drink, and get comfortable. The live show is about to start.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show tonight. We've got some exciting things to talk about. Zach, first of all, I got to stop right here. What is going on with your face?
What? It's looking extra beautiful today. Is that what's going on, AG? Gosh, you're so kind. You compliment me more than all the girls on Instagram, man. Gosh. Um, yeah, let's address the elephant in the room. I do have a little kisser, little black guy right here. It's a funny story. It actually happened this past Friday. I went to go get some falafel from my favorite Mediterranean restaurant, Athens Grill. Shout out to Athens Grill. And one of the workers there, him and I are friends, kind of know him here and there, just like, kind of like if you go to a favorite spot, you kind of know the guy and they know you.
Mhm.
I started talking to him. I'm like, what's going on, man? How you doing? He's like, good. But to be honest, I've been having a bad day. I was like, what's going on? And he was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And I was like, no, what's going on, man? Why's your day gone bad? And he's like, I've been having a little like group of guys get together. We've been, fighting and sparring and training. He's like, but yeah, they didn't come last night. And I've been really excited for this. And some of them didn't show up. And I was like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, but we're meeting again tonight. He's like, yeah, we regularly like meet up, just spar, have fun, And I was like, oh, cool. So he's like, you should come by. And I was like, sure, let's do it. So sure. He's like, okay, at 10 o'clock, like some people are coming. And then at 12 o'clock is when like everyone will be there. And I was like, goodness, you guys are on some demon time. Like, let's go fight at night, in the basement as some Fight Club stuff, right?
Yeah,
So sure enough, though, I just showed up to this dude's house, went to the basement, and he's got like this. It was funny because he had like his bed set up and all this stuff. He's a young guy, but he picked everything up, pushed it all against the wall, rolled out all his mats, and we had a little fight dungeon there. And so I just was sparring with some of the guys, and yeah, one of the guys got me. If you see, it looks like I think he didn't punch me hard. He just punched me right here on the side and it bopped that blood vessel. So they kind of just had like that kind of pool of blood. But it was good. I got him back. I can say I got him back. I did.
I would say too, if I didn't
We
have
called like a turn back swing kick, so like a spinning kick when you hit with your heel. But I got him right on his chin, and I saw his teeth go like there's a like your bottom teeth scrape the top. And I was like, oh shit, like that was a little bit too hard, but I was like, I got him back. At the time, I didn't even have I woke up with it, it didn't turn black till the next day, but anyway, so I got him back. I can say that much. But we had a great time, and I'll probably be going back tomorrow, so I'll keep you guys updated. He's a cool guy. Shout out to Uram and Reza and all those guys. Yeah.
How many guys are in this little fight club of yours?
There was like 12, 13, and they're like,
Are you breaking rule number one? It really sounds like you are.
Yeah, it sounds like it. No, we're trying to get more people. So if you're in the area, let me know if you guys want to come and take some rage out, take some aggression out. Bunch of guys. They're all good guys. Yeah, right. Tyler Durden, right? Shout out to
That's
Fight.
right. Listen, I love that movie, man.
Yeah, it was a great time. And it's funny too, because they kept saying like, yo, this guy, he's got some moves, got some skills. He's like, there's something else to him. And for those of you that don't know, like I've done Taekwondo my whole life. My father has a Taekwondo school. And so they were like, I'm not, they were blowing some smoke up my skirt a little bit. And I was like, don't worry, I got a surprise for you guys. Don't worry. And they're like, what? Are you in the NFC or something? And I was like, no. And but what I intend to do, maybe tomorrow night, I do have a van, like a karate van that we do after school program as well. But I'm thinking I might drive that over and then just like we'll spar, hang out, tell everyone to jump in the van. I'm just going to drive them to the studio because we have a pretty nice studio. So that could be a cool way to, have some fun with them. And they'll be like, whoa, because it won't be just some basement setup, type of deal. But had a good time and good group of guys. And yeah, let me know when you're in Georgia, AG. I know you got some punches in you, got some wrestling in you. You want to get down? I got you. It
I'm a
wasn't
lover
bare
of
fist.
fighter.
We didn't do no bare fist. We had some gloves, some sparring gloves. I had a good time, man. But I'm all right here. I can still see. I was gonna tell you, man, these crypto streets, brother, man, they're getting rough out here, man. Just trying to fight.
You know,
fight in
can
these
I-
crypto streets.
Can I be honest with you and tell you exactly what I thought happened?
Yeah, what happened? What do you think?
So I thought that you got mugged doing Uber driving, trying to collect money for your little show. That's what I thought. I was like, oh my God.
That would have been a good story too. No mugging. Just
Or you didn't get the job at McDonald's and you were like begging and they hit you with a broom or something. To get out.
a Big Mac. They said, "Get out of here." You know what? Oh man,
every week something new with you, man. Every week something new.
try, man. Keep it fresh. Keep it moving. Have fun.
So
Right.
Goldie, what's new with you, man?
No, that's the thing too. That's one of my philosophies. Like if I ever wrote a book, I might title it like Press X. Like if you ever played video games, you walk up to the NPC and you just press X, like see what happens. So this guy invited me to come to his little fight club, and I was like, sure. Some people will be like next week or whatever, but like there's another like Japanese term I don't know off the top of my head, but it's like one encounter, one opportunity. So like when you have that opportunity, it's like it might not show up again. So I don't know. That's the way I like to live.
Yeah, you never know who those 12 people were, right? They could have been like anything, and you just never know, right?
Yeah.
And since you went in there and you took one to the face, right?
Yeah.
All right, take this wallet. Let's go.
Yeah. That's the
Then you
risk you
kick the
take,
guy,
but that's the I think fear a lot of times, right? Like false expectations appearing real, right? Like you could make up all these fake scenarios in your mind, but like it's a guy inviting me to his fight club, and I kind of, like I said, that's my falafel spot. Shout out to Athens Grill. So I knew him a little bit. I didn't think he would try to take me and take all my crypto. Oh no!
What happens if you got there and it was like a gay sex club?
Hey,
Like,
I wouldn't have stayed. Yeah. Maybe that's how I got the black eye. Actually, I was kidding.
What he said is, you got to try everything once. That's what he just said.
Yeah,
Oh well, I didn't say all of that. Now,
okay, tie me up, guys.
Yeah, but
Listen,
guys,
hey
yeah.
AG, do you need to tell us something? This is like the third time you've accused one of us of being gay. I'm just saying.
Oh, I don't know. Not gay at all.
I never got those vibes from you, but you never know. That's the ones that are good at hiding it, right?
Oh God, accusing me of being gay, huh?
Well, I mean,
I'm
the
a
shoe
happy
fits, I guess.
heterosexual.
I saw like on Twitter, it was like Harvard's, their 2028 class, I guess 4 years, their newish class, 25% identify as LGBTQ plus, and Columbia is 32. I was like, what? I was like, is this real?
That's crazy.
Those numbers seem a bit high, but who knows about statistics and also those particular universities. But maybe they admit more of those type of people if you put it on your resume. That always kind of irked me because I saw before like gay job fairs or other job fairs that are more exclusionary, but
Gay job fairs.
Oh yeah, and I was like, that sounds a little bit suspect. It's like, hey, you want a job, buddy? Like, I don't know.
That's funny.
You guys are tripping me out.
But back to crypto. The reason we're here today,
yeah, right.
To talk about this cool thing.
Hey, shout out to everybody that got here early. Hello, Sears. Nice to see you. Fishing for crypto. I hope you're safe out there in Alaska. What else we got?
Ooh, shout
here?
out.
Tiger Shark. Welcome to the show. You guys have any questions? Drop them in. We'll try to get to them. Typically we do a couple drinks. I got a new one here. I think this is it. Bacardi. Yeah, these are like
rum punch.
So yeah, I'm drinking some rum punch today.
Those are
and
good.
Then I got a vodka too. Yeah, I like this one actually. The rum punch one.
Got standard vodka and Sprite.
You got to pass me over one of those cold beverages so I can ice it up right now. No, thanks, bud. I got a little Sprite right here, so I use that for the podcast. This isn't going to annoy you guys, right? If I just keep it here.
No.
That's why my mom. My mom was like, "What happened?" I saw my mother, and I was like, "Oh, I went to the fight club," and she's like, "What happened?" I was like, "I went." And I thought you were joking. She's like, "Have you been icing it?" I was like, "Oh yeah, no, not really. It'll go away."
So what'd your dad say? He was like, "That's my boy."
Yeah. He was pissed. He's been training him his whole life, and he got hit in the face. Like
The one question he asked me, he said, "Did you kick him first and then he punched you, or did he punch you first then you kicked him?" And I said he punched first. But I didn't even, like I said, it wasn't like he didn't like give me a crazy punch. It was just, it was just enough to bust that blood vessel. That's why little dots there. Like it wasn't that bad. We were, everyone's friendly. They had self-control. They were good guys. That was one red flag, is when he did invite me though, because a few of them do compete more in like Brazilian jiu-jitsu, so we're doing more like ground fighting as well. He's the gentleman who invited me, Uram. He's a blue belt, but he was telling me some of his training partners, like we've been getting injured so much. I tell you guys, don't get injured until we got to be ready for a competition. So that's a red flag when all of your sparring partners are getting injured. That means they don't know what they're doing. There's not a. So that's a risk that I took. Like, oh, okay, but I fended for myself. I did all right. I earned their respect, so they want me to come back.
Oh, that's good.
But,
All right,
yeah, man, what's been going on with Elephant Money this week? It's been a big week in crypto, man. Freaking Solana's on fire. Elephant Money. We got futures deposits coming in. BNB's pumping. That's pulling elephants up. I mean, the whole market, is really, volumes are high across the board. Blue chips and memes. Like, how's y'all's week been in crypto?
It's been up and down roller coaster. I mean, this week is just started, so hopefully going good.
Yeah, it's so fun. I forget because it is Monday night show, but I always just think about the previous kind of, week. I don't know though. It's looking a little toppy right here. Bitcoin hitting 72, hitting 68, hitting 70, hitting 65. It's like, oh, what's going on here? We crabbing.
Yeah,
we knew that was going to happen, right? Like we said that what are we? We thought it would be a little longer, but we said pre-halvening, right? That's what we've been talking. I mean, I'm shocked at how fast Bitcoin ran. Like, it really seems like we were talking about it just a couple weeks ago of it being, I think the total volume. We can go back and look at the old money lines, but it seemed like it was like all of it just popped, right?
Yeah.
Like it went from we're talking like, oh, it's going to happen to bam, it's here. Like.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just pulling up the chart here right now. And like you're saying, like just end of October, we're just chilling in the 27, 28, 30. Boom, hop to 35. Boom, hop to 48, 40s. Boom, now we're at 70. It just it's been going wild, man. And the whole ETF being set up, right? And now boomers buying, and it's just a fascinating kind of market dynamic that's shaping up to look like a cool market. I'm still pretty bullish. Could a pullback happen? Yeah, we talked about that, but it's definitely pulling fast above the trend line for sure.
Oh,
What's that? That's Earn.
That's Earn. That's for later. I was just pulling it up.
But hey, can you pull up total market cap while you're there? That's really what we need. That's the big thing.
Where do I find that at? I'm on Dex Screener. I don't think it's on Dex.
Oh, I don't know. I have it on.
Zach, you got it? Can you share your screen? Whatever you're looking
at. Let me do that for you. We're going to look at the total market cap. Sure.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing. Yeah. I mean, total market cap's pretty much kind of Bitcoin.
Yeah. Let's share my screen here. Bum, bum, bum. Doggy doggy.
Who was that?
That's a dog in me. Sorry. Let's see. Give me a second. Hey, baby. All right. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Let me mute myself if I can. Seems there's an intruder at the door.
It's your fight club coming to get you. How'd you do in your tournament, AG?
We smoked everybody the Saturday.
Yeah, that was us.
One seed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were.
And then we just got slaughtered on Sunday. And it wasn't because they were better than us. It was just couldn't hit with shit, and we were just fielding horrible and making errors. It was just sloppy. So
yeah, we were number one seed Saturday as well. We won 27-0 between our two games. We played. We batted for 4 innings, 2 innings in both games, and it was called.
Mm-hmm.
Both games were called.
But then what happened Sunday?
Same thing. Like, we didn't get slaughtered. We went to extra innings. We went into overtime, but we were ahead the whole game. And then the last inning, we had 2 outs, and we had the shortstop made a great backhanded play, but then he tried a jump throw to try to get the kid out and threw it over the fence. So they got that extra base, and then it just went down from there. And then we went into extra innings, and It's what it was. We just played bad, like you said. You know, they were a good team. I'm not taking nothing away from them, but we beat ourselves. You know. So,
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
we had a kid break his finger bunting and had to
Oh,
leave the game.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. So hopefully he's okay. They had microfractures, I think is what they said. But yeah, as he was leaving, he told the coach, he's like, "I got the bunt down." So
he took one for the team, so that's
he,
good.
he did. He did.
I got the. Oh, you see it now? Great. So I got this one here. This is a little bit more detailed, but like you're saying, right here, we're hitting near all-time highs almost, right? It looks like 3 point. I thought it was 3.2 on another graph, but it looks like here they're charting about 3.
Yeah.
And right now we just hit 2.69.
Yeah, and that's super steep, man. That's gonna pull back a little bit. Well, it looks like it's pulled back a little bit, so that's got to do that though. It's got to pull back a little, and then it's gonna go on another run for sure.
I saw an interesting fractal that I liked. It may be this one right here. If you can see, I wish I thought I do little squares and stuff. Not this one. Anyway, I was kind of highlighted it, but kind of this little sideways, right? Then there's a push up, and then like big pull. But it's oh no, not Fibonacci. I think it was that, but yeah, it was similar, I guess, in this uptake as well. So anyway, I don't have it pulled up, but there was some sort of fractal that looked really bullish that I liked. And if that's the case, like I said, the halving, we might see some more crabbing going on in this region, which will be great if you're a liquidity provider, if we just kind of range in a certain area. But then halving occurs, and we'll see if that right, if that's priced in or not, this time around. But I don't think it is.
Yeah, I think total market we're gonna hit 10. We're gonna hit 10 trillion. I think this bull run. Yeah, I think so. That's only a 3x. So,
because if we look at the previous, the 2018 bull run, I think it peaked out right here at 750 billion. So if we peaked out here at 3 billion, what's 750 divided by 3 billion? A little over 3x.
Yeah.
And then so like you're saying, if this time around we 3x that, then 9-10 trillion. Yeah, I think that's a fair, simple math guesstimate.
I guess
yeah,
since we have institutional money now.
Yeah, I think that. I think we go to 10, and then we pull back to that 5 or 6 range and kind of crab sideways there, and then.
What I find fascinating, because they often like to draw the parallels with like the gold market cap. Let's see, gold market cap. Right, what are we at right now? 14 trillion, 14.5. But what's so fascinating, right, is how many, how popular is gold, right? It's kind of like the trait everyone knows about gold. It's been around 1,000 years, etc. And look how quickly, the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market class is already at 3 trillion. And look how much easier now it is to acquire, exposure to Bitcoin, right? You can use all these different apps on your phone. And it's becoming, mainstream. So it's easier now than ever. Now the ETF, it's, now retirement funds and such will probably be allocating. So like, I could see, the crypto or even Bitcoin just blowing past this 14 trillion. There's so much more demand, it seems like, and there's there's a finite number of coins, so long as there isn't all this, which I'm sure there will be, the whole paper Bitcoin issue where, they're just selling shares or some derivative of Bitcoin. They're not really buying and holding that Bitcoin.
Yeah,
but
like Robinhood was doing back in the day before.
Robinhood, and then also FTX. I think that was crazy. Was you can correct me if you guys know, but I think FTX, when they bankrupt, they said something like they had like no Bitcoin in their holdings or something. And even though they're obviously selling something crazy like that, there were very few Bitcoin. But yeah. So anyway, all this is to say is, I think the whole crypto market will blow past even $14 trillion, which is gold's current.
Which that seems high too, and that's probably just because of the inflation of the dollar, right? Because it seems like I remember gold was at like 9 trillion not too long ago. So
yeah, probably because right now it's $2,000 per ounce, and I think let's pull up the gold price chart. Maybe they have it here, but let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. You're Goldwyn, right? You tell us, right? Yeah. So what, 17 or 2? Anyway, between $1,900 a troy ounce and right So it's been in that range for since 2020.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is gold, a asset class. We're already going back to 1975. But yeah, let's jump into crypto talk. Let's
Okay,
talk about elephant money. I know
let's
we
talk
got
about it.
some kind of some rumors and speculation coming about with
I heard there was a little voice message that was put out. I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing from the voice message I got is BT's talking about version 10 and what version 10 is going to have. Version 10 is going to start buying Bitcoin
What?
to add. Yeah, that's what he said.
We just
And
got version 9.
yeah, well, version 9 I think was correcting some stuff, but he said version 9 is good to go, but he's just adding. Like the two things that he said is it's going to add where like a turbine, the turbine.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna start pulling and buying. It's gonna buy Bitcoin, is what he said. So, and then the other thing is it's the emergency reserve, is what I don't know if that's what it's going to be called, but there's going to be another reserve set up like the BNB reserve that if you want to liquidate part of your futures account, you'll be able to do that through the reserve.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be money set aside for anybody that needs, like, let's say you need 500 emergency dollars. Well, you can sacrifice $1,000 or whatever it is out of your total deposits and claim 500 out of that fund. So I'm sure it'll have some kind of rules where you can't take more than 5% out or something. Some kind of.
When's he talking about deploying this?
I don't think that he said, he didn't give a date, but he said that he's been working on. He said the turbine is coded. He's still testing it, but it's coded. He talked a lot about what's that new AI, Zach?
Oh,
No,
I think that might have been the previous voice message before this most recent one. But are you referring to the Devin AI that you mentioned, the software developer? Yeah, it's just all these competing AI are being created, right? Like ChatGPT, and then Apple has one, and then all these large language models. But this particular one, Devin, it seems to be like a software engineer AI where you can like use it's basically can develop software with by itself and debug it and such. So I think he was just referencing that because there is a growing wave of AI, and with that there will be some people say jobs will be diminished or taken over, which for sure you don't need as many people, right? Just like the automobile or any sort of invention, it takes away jobs, but it also creates jobs as well. So I think, my personal opinion, I think we're going to continue to have value add for a long time. It's going to be people using AIs to build bigger and better things that they couldn't. But I think it's just a point to bring that, hey, this is, elephant money was created with this in mind, that with jobs being taken away, and then with with all these kind of companies going on, it's elephant money is a store of value and a place where you can build that, retirement account or whatever you need to for your passive income. So yeah, I think that was the reference of that. And I was going to mention too, in terms of the Bitcoin inflows or reserve, I believe he's going to use a portion of the inflows from future by the Bitcoin. Is that right, Goldwyn? Do you know if that may have been mentioned?
Sorry, I was laughing at George's post. I mean, George, was he not the coolest one of the show before he joined Fight Club?
Hey,
like I felt like he was definitely cooler than me. I mean, he's
I
the
don't
only
know
one on the show.
You're not a true fan if you didn't join when we launched the show. I mean, we heard a whole big story about it, and now you're asking, does he have a black eye?
Yeah, right. I guess you'll have to go back and check it out on the replay.
Yeah.
It's a good story. It's a good one. I think you can rewind even right now while it's live, I'm pretty sure. But
yeah, it's don't go get falafels at 9 p.m. I think is what I took out of that story.
Yeah. Yep. But I think I'm not clicking that. I don't want a virus. Yeah, be careful with anything on the Rugs2Riches page. It may be a scam or virus, and you may need to throw away your computer. So, or you have to be like Goldwyn and get a new GPU card or a sound card to fix it.
Yeah.
But what you guys think about elephant money potentially starting to accumulate Bitcoin and potentially even being the largest BTCB on chain? reserve.
My
That would be
honest,
pretty bullish, I think. If we can really get the inflows of futures to a portion of that to start buying Bitcoin.
yeah, my
So
honest opinion is why the f weren't we doing that when Bitcoin was 30,000? When we had millions of dollars inflowing, and
that's true.
now that Bitcoin's 70, now we're gonna start collecting it.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Michael Sellers always says, that I'm always going to buy the top. I get it, right? If you're going to buy to buy, and that's what he's doing, you got to start sometime, I guess. That's the
No, yeah,
devil's
that'd be my
advocate.
argument. It's like yesterday, the best time was 6 months ago. The second best time is today. So, yeah,
So,
and that's what's really cool about with Elephant Money is look how like it's continued to evolve and get better and sharper and be refined. And the more we can have, I guess, this kind of financial cooperative, and like we're saying, we have outside revenue, we have other sources of like capital, like having Bitcoin, right? We had a trunk reserve at one point and a BNB reserve, and it really becomes a bank holding multiple assets, and and therefore by holding the Elephant token, you're now exposed to these blue chip cryptos. So I think it's great, and so I'm super bullish. I don't know any other DeFi protocol that's kind of developing like that. So I think it's really cool.
I guess my question is what are we going to do with the Bitcoin? Are we just gonna buy and hold? Is that kind of the principle to give it a
I
diversity
think what he was
between BNB?
mentioning is right. So let's just say I don't know if you said 10% of futures inflow, right? That might be used to buy Bitcoin, and then it will be just like any other reserve where there's a set APR that is used to sell the Bitcoin and buy back Elephant for the Elephant Treasury. So it's kind of like a middle ground for the cash flow. It's like a middle step. So
I missed that.
every
I missed
day
that one.
where let's just say $1,000 worth of let's just say whatever $10,000 of future deposits per day, so $1,000 of Bitcoin purchasing per day, and then it might be like something like 50% of
$100 or whatever. Yeah.
that Bitcoin is spent over a year, 50% APR spending or something. So we're constantly having buybacks from Bitcoin's appreciation, not just straight inflows from cash. It's like having he mentioned it's going to be like a baby Bertha, like another giant, because that what it's essentially is doing is creating a whale from scratch. So our community is kind of decentralized. We're all going to be feeding this whale of a Bitcoin whale. That Bitcoin whale is going to help feed us back with elephant buyback. So I think it's really innovative. I think about like the other like DeFi, the Ohm and other Ohm forks, and they also tried to have a treasury with multiple, and they try to sell the bonds to but I think this is a kind of a better step. We're simply riding with Bitcoin's appreciation as it's the king of crypto. So the more crypto becomes adopted, obviously Bitcoin is going to go to 1 million and beyond.
So what happens if Bitcoin, drops in the next bear market? Is he planning on just keep acquiring it and not selling it? Or is he planning on selling it all before that happens?
I think
Well,
it'll
I
be
think
automated. So I think it'll be like, a reserve, and then just a percentage of that reserve is automated to be sold and purchased elephant back. So I don't think it'll be dumped all at once. This is also kind of a side story, but the whole Luna debacle, they also had a huge Bitcoin reserve and a huge treasury. And when Luna, the whole debacle went down and Luna was crashing, like the guy who's now Don, was it Do Kwon?
Kwon, yeah.
Which he's not going to be extradited to the USA. I think and he's in Montenegro, and they denied. I think he's going to go to South Korea instead. But I was like, that's a good win for him. Whoever his lawyer, he's like, don't send me to the US. But but anyway, he market dumped. So he sold it was like $500 million of Bitcoin, like in a sell, and then used that to buy back Luna. But then, like I said, it was a death spiral because it instantly just got zipped away. Like it was all for naught.
I think that was kind of the smart thing about BT when BT protected the treasury on the exploit back in the day, right? Because he had to make those decisions like what am I saving, and he decided to save the treasury. which kind of cost Trunk, and I'm sure the Trunk people are still pissed about that. But I think those are the things that falls on his shoulders that a lot of us don't understand is the hard choices that he makes for the protocol. That I had a conversation today. He asked me about EMH. Apparently he put out some message or something somewhere.
BT asked you about?
No. BT doesn't talk to me. Come on. He tells me what he wants to do and then doesn't listen to anything. But but he was asking me about EMH's message or something.
Who is he? That's AG's question.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I believe his name is Craig. Shout out Craig from UK.
Okay, that's why I was wondering. I thought it sounded like you was talking about BT.
Let me make sure. Let me make sure before I shout out the wrong person. But I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Craig from UK. Shout out. Okay. But he just had that question about how Birth is going down slightly and futures is increasing, and is it just an I can't say that word.
Inevitable.
Yeah, is it eventually that we're just gonna death spiral out? And I said no. I said BT has spent too much time and energy, and this is his elephant money is his reputation, right?
Yeah.
So if he lets it die, then he's gonna go the way of Forex, in my opinion. And he's not gonna do that so futures, if it gets to a point where BT feels futures is unsustainable, then futures will get sunsetted, right? And hopefully he sunsets it like he said he would, and he would just shut the doors and we'll all ride out our futures bag, But I try to reassure Craig and say, listen to the last voice message where BT said we're set in stone, right? That elephant's going to be here forever. He said we've reached that pinnacle or whatever, that tipping point.
Yeah, and I think like you're mentioning, he's all I think that's silly to think that he would walk away from the project when there's so much locked liquidity, right? That was the fundamental basis of the elephant token is that it's a locked liquidity token. And if you look at there, we're nearing all-time highs thanks to the price
BNB.
appreciation of BNB. So there's millions of dollars that are locked in the LP of the elephant
90,
token.
as a matter of fact.
Sorry, what was it?
90 million.
$90 million. So that's a ton of liquidity that, like we were talking about, can be used productively. And that's what futures is. It's productively using the assets of the bank to offer such a incredible yield and an incredible product. Same thing with the NFTs. That's how these thousands of NFTs are all generating 11, 12, and 12% APR right now. All of these products and services are dependent on that lock liquidity of the elephant token. So go ahead.
You know how many people bitch about that 12%? That's all I hear, in Discord stuff is people complaining about the NFTs and 12%. Where are you buying a bond or treasuries or I don't know what would equate to an elephant NFT? Where are you stocks? Where are you? AG, you did a lot in dividend stocks. Is there anything giving you 12%?
No. If you get some REITs or something, they'll give you 12%, but they're sketchy as hell. You can't, they're not dependable.
Right. So, I mean, it's been paying 12% since they came out. That's the lowest. That's the lowest it's been paying. Right. I mean, I remember when it first started, it was at 60% at some point in time.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what kind of, listen, I love elephant money and the herd is fickle. We get it, and math is math, and we understand. Somebody, I think it was Zach, it was in your group, right? Somebody asked the question about Bertha why isn't Bertha growing? And I said, well, why don't you zoom out and look at the rest of the ecosystem? If you're concentrating on the one stat of Bertha going up, and that's the only thing don't get me wrong, we all want Bertha to go up.
Yeah.
But if you look at all of the rest of the ecosystem of what's going on, and you just touched on it, right? Is that how this ecosystem was designed. During the bear market, we went on a parabolic run when BNB went from 550 to 200, and we still hit all-time highs in US dollar value, right? Because the herd was buying the token and was taking it from the liquidity, right? Now BNB is on a run. The herd is still selling, yet the price is going up. That doesn't make sense, does it? No, it does, because that's how the system was designed. When BNB was low, the system was grabbing all that BNB and raking it into the treasury to hold on to it for this time when BNB starts to run. BNB's gone from 215 is the low or something like that. Now we just hit 600 and 615, I think, as the high, and we'll crash back down a little bit. So that's 3x, and the price of elephant is still kind of trudging going up, right? Well, that's because of the sellers, right? So,
and I think a lot of it comes to comparison, thief of joy, but also right now when people see like these meme coins that went up 5,000% in 24 hours, and they look around, they're like, why? Maybe I should go jump in those, which I would recommend you do not have. If you do, take $20, take $50, have fun at the shitcoin casino. Can I say curse words on our podcast?
Yeah,
but
we don't get money from YouTube, so yeah, say what you want.
It's DeFi, it's decentralized, yeah. No, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, those are all a crapshoot, and yeah, go play those games if you want and have fun losing your bag, or continue to build positions and things that have been here for 3 years and things that will continue to be here for the next 3 years. And that's I guess what my message would be too is look where that lock liquidity is, where that community is, where these products and services that are designed to pump the token, so while you can still be winning. And that's another thing about the NFTs is that, like we're saying, they were launched when BNB was like $250, $280, right? And they were worth 1 BNB. Now they're worth 2 BNB because we're heading through the round 2, almost in round 3, and now they're worth $1,200 or higher. So I don't know where there's to complain. Put it on the market, go sell it on the secondary market, whatever. Oh, it might take a couple weeks or months, but where can you find these type of ROIs or deals? And if please message me. I can give you my phone number after the show. Just let me know if you know some better places and you're killing it. But I don't know. Like we're saying, I think this community is shaping up to be in a great position for this bull run. And it just goes back to us rowing together in the same direction. So shout out to the herd, because we got this, man. That's the big thing, is we need strong leadership, strong direction, right? When everything is going great, everyone's happy and jubilee. And then when things, like we said, a little down, things are down, people are selling, everyone's like, what's going on? All of us on the call, we were here after the exploit when there was no inflows to the protocol, when there was no NFTs, no futures, there was nothing besides, there was Trunk and Stampede. But we've watched Bertha grow from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 trillion, 120 trillion, 150. So keep all that in mind. Yeah. And that's why, Bertha going down in the short term, we don't want that, but we have to think where we've been the last 700 days and where we're going the next 700 days.
Yeah.
With the announcement in the last voice message, Bank Teller also mentioned a potential meme coin from the Elephant Money ecosystem being launched on Solana. So that might be something worth saving a little bit of capital for, because it won't be a rug pull. It won't be just some random developer who could be malicious, right? We'll know that that's kind of with Pepe Stake. Shout out to those who got into Pepe Stake, right? Who you're up at least 10x, if not more. If you're in Pepe Stake, probably 12 to 15x, thanks to people, the buy and sell, and people coming in and out of the contract. But that's another, just an example of I think what will happen with the Solana. It was kind of be just like Pepe Stake, and Pepe was on Ethereum. There may be some sort of something in reference to, I know he mentioned the Savannah conference. So I'm guessing it may have to do something else with maybe another animal, like an elephant or something. What do you guys think would be the meme token of elephant money on Solana? Do you guys have any speculation?
What if he just bridged Trunk to Solana, and that's the meme coin?
It might be $1 million idea right there. That's a good question. What if Trunk could somehow, like you're saying, open a LP over there? And
I mean, why start something new when you already have a coin that's, you got
Right,
tons of.
that's hyper deflationary. It's a fixed asset. It's a
Mm.
fixed asset deflationary token that's being burned every day. I mean, why not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just burn some over.
Yeah, I wonder what his thoughts are, and we'll see, I guess, when he releases. Just thinking out loud, like, playing devil's advocate, like maybe he wants to do some sort of fresh, new fixed supply asset, and somehow make it
Right.
like a just another portion of the ecosystem. But I definitely see, like you're saying, if there's somehow to just bring, port Trunk over to Solana, might be a good idea.
Is there something on Solana already that's called Savannah, or some kind of meme coin or something that is Savannah?
I'm not too sure. I like what Fishing for Crypto Rhino. Yeah, we need to open the Rhino token. It's going to charge up, up or something like that. We got to have something memeable, right? Just like if you look at these things, man, they're the lowest of the barrel, lower than that. Like the barrel is removed. It's the dirt underneath. That's the crap that's getting. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. It's hilarious sometimes. Like, I mean, now
Like, let me
a little bit, but they had these
I'm
like these bastardizations of like Donald Trump and like Hunter Biden and
Hey,
all.
don't talk about AG bought that one. He bought the MAGA coin.
I
But no,
did.
this is like the Donald Trump and like the Hunter Biden and like they make it's like the meme comic of like not the MAGA token, but anyway.
This is what I bought.
Shinobi.
Check this out. This
Oh, you
is
bought Trump, Heath? Oh, nice. Where'd you
That's
buy
called the
that?
wrong. That's called
look.
the he bought it when it was back here in this blue box. Because I remember him telling me about it. He's like, "Look at it, was fixing to break out, and once it breaks out, we're running."
All right.
It broke out all right, the wrong way, motherfucker.
You've had
It's
a
down a little
DCA
bit.
into that one.
But I mean, check out this website right here. Boom, 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 boom. It's got laser eyes. How can you not buy it if it's got laser eyes?
And that's the exact meme coin kind of template, the website you're going down right now. Like if you look at any of the meme coins, they often have this very like in your face dashboard and hype it up. Here's the socials. Like I like this, the way that the website's designed, but it's funny. They make them easy. Shout out to Aaron. I've never done anything on Solana. Too many blockchains. Yeah, it not being an EVM blockchain means you're going to need the new wallet, so you can get like a phantom wallet, and you'll have to have some Solana, so you'll need to buy Sol. I like Solana. It's
Listen,
pretty easy to use and once you use it, you're like, wow, this is like a really nice experience. But
listen,
part of me is kind of skeptical just with all this kind of shit coinery going on.
Well,
Like
them talking about their 12,000 or 1,200 per second put through or whatever. I'm not going to kid you. Solana is slower than BNB. Like I've used Solana a couple times now, mainly because of Earn. Earn
Really?
has dude, it is so much slower than BNB. It's not even funny. Like whenever I'm trying to use now maybe it's the DEX I'm using.
Okay. Well, I don't know the speed, but the fees are way cheaper.
They're not that much. They're not any cheaper
100% cheaper. 100%
than BNB.
Yes, B&B. I can do 60 cents on trade. Solana is like a half a penny.
No.
Yes.
we got to see it live. We got to see side by side. Got to buy Earn on BNB and buy Earn on Solana. See what the price of the transaction is.
Go ahead, do it. Pull it up.
Let's see.
Share your screen. You should be able to.
If I share my screen, my computer will crap out. I'm waiting for Georgia to send me a new computer. She said she was going to.
What? When?
Maybe that can be
like episode 4, right when Zach sent me the new camera.
Maybe that can be a segment on the show next week. We'll test the two. We'll compare. Maybe we'll buy a little bit of some other crazy meme.
Don't forget. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let me go to.
But I was saying I'm a little bit skeptical because just like any previous bull run, right? We had Harmony One blockchain. We have Ethereum, Avalanche. We have the
Yeah, where did
Cosmos.
Harmony? Where did Harmony go? That one was rocking for a minute. Harmony One. I
Yeah,
remember.
right. That was. It's just so funny. It's like MySpace, LimeWire. Remember the But we had like
Just for reference, I'm on Radiant, and I can't even pick. I can't even pick it because it's so slow.
That's
you
your
gotta get
internet.
the Solana phone. Duh.
That's not
You
my
can only trade
internet, you
Solana,
mother
Solana
effer.
phone. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's your.
Do you want me? Okay, all right. So I'm going to close Solana. I'm going to go to Pancake Swap and see how long it takes my phone to hit the trade button.
That's not Solana. That's the freaking website.
Oh, look. Here we go. BNB. What am I picking? Earn. Bam. Bam. It's there. 3 seconds. Let me go back to Solana.
You
Yeah,
didn't
I
buy it.
agree
You're
with
not
HD. Is it just the client of the are using like is
Just
it
saying.
SafePal or was I forgot what's Safe Wallet?
Safe Pals. What he uses.
No, I'm using Radium. That's the exchange. Radium.
Does Radium have an app on the phone? You just go straight to the Radium app?
No.
Yeah, through SafePal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Safe Pals. What is you? Sorry, he's been drinking. He doesn't know what you're talking about.
All right. So
Yeah, listen, it's the website. Radium versus Pancake Swap. You're not even using the chain yet to know how fast it goes.
This guy's an expert over here in the
I
house.
literally sold 17 transactions on Solana yesterday. I know how effing long it took. It took longer than BNB.
This boomer's like, look, it won't even load. Solana's slow because my website.
It is slow.
No,
it is slow. It's slow as shit.
It's probably Sam in prison trading shit coins left and right. He's clogging up the network. He's doing 1,200 per second. His autistic brain is so fast. He's the one doing all the transactions.
You
You
go buy shit on Solana, you fucking Solana mark.
I'm not a Solana.
What I was saying is what I was saying real quick is like,
meet me at the fucking falafel house. Goddamn Atlanta.
Falafel.
It's on. It is on. Fight Club, R2R style.
You just know there's gonna. You know how all the freaking celebrities always have a fight when they have a feud these days. So I'm ready to fight a crypto bro in a match somewhere. I'm ready,
dude.
bro.
We need to get you fighting BitBoy. Did you watch his fight? He fought.
Yeah,
somebody.
he did.
Oh,
Yeah,
he did a fight.
BitBoy had a fight
BitBoy.
versus that random dude.
No,
he won.
The other guy was a crypto person. I thought. Did they have some beef?
He actually fought someone.
Yeah,
you should watch the fight. Yeah, this is like 2 months ago, maybe now.
Yeah,
it was
about
good.
2 months ago.
It was good. He just slugged it out and like he's lost everything. So he was just all in. He's just like, oh my BitBoy.
Who's he fighting?
Yeah, I'd face Ben. I'd face him.
I don't know who he was fighting. An internet person. I don't know who he was. Probably some influencer of some sort.
Logan Paul.
No.
It was like a smaller guy. I didn't even know, honestly. I don't even know. I can't even remember the guy now. I don't even know.
Zach, have you seen speaking of the Pauls, the one Jake is fighting Tyson? Mike Tyson?
I heard, man. That's crazy.
About that.
Have you seen the picture? There's a picture from 1999 where Jake Paul's like won and Mike Tyson's like biting his shirt.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I gotta pull
so great.
I'll pull it up. Let me pull it up and we'll share the screen. Let's see. Jake Paul Young with Mike Tyson. Like,
yeah.
Let's see. Jake Paul 27 to fight 57-year-old Mike Tyson live on Netflix. Time to put Iron Mike to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get Netflix now. When is this?
It's July 20th because my son said that's what he wants to go to for his birthday.
Which one is it? Is any here showing? What should I look up?
I'm not seeing. No, it's literally. It's like it's Mike Tyson has a that
this
one.
One?
Yeah, look at that.
That's crazy. That's hilarious. That is epic. One day, this man, he made him cry. Then he's gonna make him cry next. Make him cry back. That is wild. That's cool. That's legendary.
I used to have Netflix.
He puts all his money into crypto.
Yeah, that's right.
You know how he rolls,
baby.
Mike Tyson's ego's too big to throw a fight to Jake Paul, so it should be a good fight.
Listen, have you watched Mike Tyson train? That guy, even though he's 60, bro.
Yeah. Dude, he's the GOAT. Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait to watch this. I literally can't wait to watch this.
It really is a lose-lose for Jake Paul. I mean, other than the money aspect, right? He's the one putting it on, so he's gonna make He's gonna make $100 million from this.
If you lose to Mike Tyson, that's a win.
Is it?
Dude, I got knocked out by Mike Tyson. You know,
no, you got knocked out. You got knocked out by 60-year-old Mike Tyson.
No, yeah,
right. And then if you beat up Mike Tyson, now you're just beating up an old guy. Like, come on,
dude. He's the GOAT. Trained by Gus, right? Isn't Gus his coach? Mike Tyson. Anyway, yeah, that'll be fun. Definitely got to bet some crypto on that. I got to find a crypto betting website. I got Mike. I'll put up money on Mike.
Oh, well, maybe we could do that.
Maybe we want to do some kind of OX22.
Yeah, we could do. You want to do that? I'll bet you. So who you got? Who are you gonna pick?
I got Mike Tyson all the way, baby.
You got Tyson. I'll take Jake Paul. What do you want? How much do you want to put on it?
$1 billion.
I'll do 100 million, or not 100 million, 100,000 or not. Yeah, 100K of which one?
Well, you do. Which one do you want?
I want 223 because I don't have very much of that.
222.
So I'll give you 222, and you can give me 223 or
237.
Yeah,
237. All right. So I got Jake Paul.
Yep, I got Mike Tyson.
Well, we just thought of our meme coin we're gonna launch on Solana. That we gotta do like Mike Tyson coin or something.
Have you seen that? There's another picture of Tyson writing on Dana White's face. He's asleep with a marker, and he spells it wrong. And he said, and the meme is, "You got to make fun of yourself sometimes."
On Dana White, you said?
Yeah, Dana White's asleep and he has a marker and he writes across his forehead like, I forgot what it is, something, but he like
Dick. Is it?
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, somebody must have changed it then. Like it put some kind of word like how he talks, and it's like you got to make fun of yourself sometimes, and it's like,
yeah, his lisp.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That is funny.
Who do you guys got? All right, chat. Who do you guys got? You guys got Tyson or Paul? We can do that all the thing. We could do that. Man, I feel like we can do that somehow too, like $100,000 buy-in, and whoever you bet on, like let's say you bet on Logan Paul and he wins. So everybody that voted on Logan Paul splits whatever the pool is. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
does that make sense?
Fine. Yeah.
Like you send 100,000 and you pick one or the other, and then if 20 people pick Tyson, then 20 people split whatever's in that pot, and everybody that picked Logan Paul loses.
So what if 20 people pick Logan Paul and one person picks Tyson?
Then the one person that picks Tyson gets all 21, 2.1 million.
And then everyone and then let's say your guy wins, and they
they split $1 million. That's just what it is.
I'm all right with that. That's fine. Yeah,
I mean, you're getting your money back plus whatever the share of the loser is.
Mm-hmm.
We can do that. I'm sure we can figure something out. Oh, hey, speaking of that, the March Madness thing is out.
Yeah, so give me the details on that so I can figure it out. What do I need to do?
All right. So March Madness for the Flameling tokens is with OX222, OX237, OX21, OX21, and OX177.
Mm-hmm.
So up until the 19th, so tomorrow by midnight, if you buy at least 1.1 BNB of either all of them or one of them, however you want to do it for your wallet, between the 16th and the 19th, so it's already obviously 2 days are passed, so until the 19th, then you get a free March Madness pick. So OX
19th. Oh shit.
Yeah. So you have about 28 hours left.
Oh, let me go buy it. So I got to buy how much?
0.1, at least 0.1. So if there's more than 16 buys, it'll be the highest buys in that.
Does
that make sense? Well, okay, there's 4 brackets, right? There's 4 16-team brackets in March Madness.
Okay.
So each bracket is a flameling. All right. So if you go by 0.1 B&B of OX 177, right, you'll get a team in OX 177 bracket. If you buy 0.1 of OX 222, you'll get one team in that bracket, right?
Okay.
So on and so forth. So each wallet could have 4 teams. If you buy 0.1 B&B of each one. If you just want one team, you pick one of the 4 brackets
Point
and buy
one.
0.1 B&B.
So
So
that's
depending on what,
It's like $50 right now.
it depends on which one. Well, yeah, it's going to be the same amount, but you'll get, depending on which one you buy, you'll get more. But anyway, it's a lossless tournament, I guess that what it is, because you're buying the tokens. You're not actually putting anything into the bracket. You get a random team, and then if your team wins the tournament, I think the prize is $200 of B&B. I think is what the prize is. So we have it pinned in the R2R chat, and then it is also pinned in both OX 222 and OX 237 respectively.
I'm gonna go buy some right now.
Yeah. So if you want,
you bought already?
I have 222 and 237. I haven't bought 21 or, I mean, I have them, but I haven't bought it for the bracket.
For the bracket? So I got to do that
Yeah.
right now.
So it's just a fun thing that Creative and Wookie were. I don't know if it's a Wook or Wookie. I know his name is Wook, but does he call it Wookie?
He goes by Wookie.
Okay.
I think.
So
I've been calling Wookie.
But just a buy competition to try to put some green on the chart, and it's just a fun thing. You'll get a random team. So of the sweet 16, sweet 20, 64, whatever.
Well, I just sold some BTT or BTC. Swapping it over to B&B, and I'll buy some now before I forget.
Nice.
Remind me by the end of the show because I might forget.
Cool. All right. We have any more comments, questions, concerns? Any more elephant-oriented stuff we want to chit-chat about?
I got a new futures video I just published today, so make sure you go check out on my Zach Minter YouTube channel.
What's that all about?
Also that's the link that Georgia didn't want to click because she was going to get a virus. I did post it in the chat. So if you scroll up in the chat, you can't click the link that I posted. That goes to Zach's video. It does not go to a virus-filled whatever virus.
You'll get some viruses how to make a lot of crypto. So watch that. Yeah, I thought it came out pretty good. I just went into detail how kind of the 0.5% daily works and how the base yield affects if it goes below 0.5% daily. So it just a little good tutorial and educational content if you're in futures, and it's good I think to share if you have like a friend that maybe you're talking about. You have a futures account and maybe you're trying to let them know about it. That's what my intention is. I already got some good feedback, and that means a lot when you guys reach out and say like, hey, I like this video, I share it to a friend. I got a few of those today, and that makes my day. But that's my goal is to, as we know, the more marketing for any, token that has quality community and quality utility, it's like we need more voices for those sort of things and less voices for dog with hat or whatever. Like, because for every one meme coin that you do call, there was 10 others that got wrecked and went to zero. I was even looking at right now a little bit of some of the Solana memes I've been following. Haven't bought any, but all of them are down big. It's like they all have like a 1 week shelf life, and then it's on to the next thing. So
that's what those. If you can catch something in the first hour, you could drop 50 in, and 5 hours later you're taking your money out, or whatnot. But
pretty much, yep.
So one thing I wanted to tell people about futures is if you're trying to buy somebody's account or whatever, definitely use a middleman. Somebody got wrecked using a fake coin account. So make sure you're doing your due diligence. I mean, as soon as the guy sent me the picture, I pointed out a couple of things that he should have seen, right? And if you ever have any questions, I'm in Discord, I'm in TG. Make sure just reach out to me right now before you're trying to sell or buy, and have a conversation with me. That way, you can always check back with me to make sure it's the real me. Also, you cannot merge. You can't merge futures accounts. They have to be in separate wallets. So if you're buying somebody's thinking you're going to merge it into your existing, you can't do that. So
That should be a part of version 10.
He said, I mean, a lot. Everybody's been asking for that, and he said that that's not going to happen because it's a security issue. I don't know what the security issue is. He didn't expand upon it, but
That means he can't do it.
nah. Well, or maybe he doesn't want to do it. Who knows?
Oh, well.
I mean, code is magic, and there are limitations and such. But man, like just all the crazy features and stuff, he are fascinating. I think
maybe we can ask Nadina.
What's up?
I said when Nadina comes on, maybe we can ask her about merging shit together.
Yeah, and we never know like his specific code base and how futures works. I think that's what he's mentioned. He doesn't want to open up some sort of can of worms or exploit potential. That was also part of, like you mentioned, the emergency, what do you call it? Emergency funding from futures. I think you mentioned it might be like a 50% penalty. So like, let's say if you wanted $1,000, you might have to put $1,500 worth of your futures balance, and then you'll get $1,000 out. And I think that's interesting because once again, that's revolutionary. There's no annuity where you can just actually never mind all the, I bought this 8-year term, and actually, they do have some like early withdrawal penalties, but usually it's like 80% or 70%. So I think that will be fascinating because where else are you getting 0.5% daily? You could be involved for 2-6 months and then be like, actually, I do want to whatever. Like, it's just unheard of. And that's what crypto allows us to do, is these new financial products. So that will be, another innovation that I think a lot of people will like, knowing that, hey, if they're for whatever reason I can withdraw funds, so that will be another bullish selling point.
Yeah. And I feel like it's going to be, I don't know how much he's going to fund that with, from the beginning, but it's just going to be first come, first serve. They're just going to drain it down. And then every day when Bertha puts in whatever small amount she puts in, somebody's going to take it out. So I don't really, I mean, maybe once we're deep into the bull run and Bertha's really putting money towards the different things, maybe it builds up. But in the first year, there's not going to be any money in there, in my opinion. It's going to be drained every day.
It's just crazy to me because it's like, why would you want to be exiting? Like, this is one of the best like things to get in. It's like you're saying, I'm sure there will be people wanting to
honestly, it's probably because people want, quick gains. We're going into a bull market and they're not seeing fast returns like they used to see.
Yeah. But like 0.5, you got a 0.5% daily, is what, 517%. If you do it weekly, is it daily? I think, but
daily,
if you do it weekly, it's, what was it? The APR, I don't have the top of my head.
People like gambling. I like
or go gamble, like you said, try to just blow up your account. I would love to have someone on our show who would be honest and say, hey, I had X amount, took it out, put it in something else, and you just like it's a very common, and it's difficult. The markets are difficult. That's also one thing that right, like Bank Teller mentions about maybe going off into the market, making wins and coming back. But often I don't think that's the best advice for many people, because as we know, it doesn't matter if you're the most brilliant trader in the world, they get wrecked all the time. It's about risk management and properly allocating. So I think Elephant Money is such a safe ecosystem. It's such a great starting point. Yeah, it's like build your bag, build your structure, then take risk. But it's a rough market out there. Don't think it's easy to make money in any of these. No matter what you see or what you hear from your friend, it's difficult to be. That's why buy and hold good things, and
buy and hold. This is a good transition, sir. God, it's like you're a professional.
Shout out Tiger Shark. He said, been there, done that, don't work. That's right, man. That's right.
That's right. Who do we got on a guest today?
Yeah, who is it?
You tell me. I'm asking you.
Buy, hold, and earn, right? Buy, hold, earn. Simple. Like the greatest marketing tool ever. Simple. Buy, hold, and earn. We have Mikey and Nadina, the dev team for earn, which is hold, earn, right? So, yay! Welcome back to the show.
Hey guys.
Let's see.
Thanks for patiently waiting. We saw you there, and we were trying to wrap that up.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Zach likes to talk a lot.
You know, my tongue loves to wag. You know, I get passionate about this crypto stuff. What's going on? Good to see you guys. What's going on?
Listen,
Got a beer today, so for the show.
You got a beer today?
Yeah.
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 Damn.
Chicago Pale Ale.
Nice. Nice.
I always want to commend you on your green screen backdrop. It's so awesome.
Pretty good. We've been working on it. It takes a minute.
Man, it just looks so amazing. The CGI, they're using AI technology to do whatever pixel rendering. Oh my
Listen,
god.
I
That
don't know if
comfy couch. I know they're sitting on some hard chairs right there, but it looks so
Yeah,
cool.
right.
I watched your video today that you put out, and
Oh yeah, we had to have
I
it.
totally no, I get done with it and I look over at Goldwyn and I was like, did you see how big his house is? Like I had no idea what you said. I'm like, he had like 13 light switches that he was turning on.
Listen,
You got a
I
light switch to buy earn. That's what you need to do. Program a buy earn button on your house. I should do
Nice.
that. Do a little Arduino project or something. Get a little button that you can buy Bitcoin if you press a button or something.
that
Be
was
pretty
cool. But I for one, Michael, I appreciate that that little 1 minute video, right? Because there's a lot of things that dev teams don't do, right? We know that the sky is falling, so they reach out to you and be like, "Oh my God, is it over? What's going on?" It's like, no, it's the same shit from a month ago. Just relax. We'll be here in a year. Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. I think people need to be reminded, like, if the plan is insane, because when people panic, it's actually weird, right? When someone sells, it causes panic, and then someone else is selling, which causes more panic, and then you realize, hey guys, you guys are selling on each other. You know, nothing has changed. But then you see that, you know, just to like realize that people are doing that, you usually put a message on. I did do a message today in the log, but I felt like it was just necessary to do a little walk through, just mention that nothing has changed. I mean, I did something similar like this back when we were like around 50, 100K, and people were freaking out. We went from 100K to like 20K, and I'm like, just DCA. You know, that's how it is. If you're uncomfortable, as I said, you're DCAing too much. You know, and that's subjective to you. I mean, that's everyone should feel comfortable with how much money they're putting in, because the markets are volatile. It's not even about earn. There's any cryptocurrency project that you're in, even Bitcoin. So many people got liquidated going into Bitcoin after it went for 70K, thinking that it's going to keep on running, you know, and then it went back down with 66K, and people got whacked out. And so over investing and going into heavy is something that people eventually learn how to do. And I get it. If you only have $10,000, you want to make that 10,000 go to 20,000 a day. But as quickly as that can go up, you know, it can also go back down again. You got to be able to handle that retracement. And some people will just sell out, you know, 50% down, and then they'll FOMO back in when it's up, you know, way up, and then it'll retrace again, and they'll sell again. And before they look at it, they've lost all their money. There's no 10,000 bucks anymore. Instead of just, you know, boring, slow DCA, maybe a couple $100 at a time, and not worrying about the price. And I mean, think about it long term. I mean, that's really the story about Bitcoin, and how I think most people should look at investing in it, is that, you know, Bitcoin used to be worth like pennies, fractions of a penny, right? If you go back to, you know, the first few years of it being out, if you just would have put in a few $100 a week into Bitcoin, you would be hell of up right now. You'd probably be a multi-millionaire if you just would have put a couple $100 in a week. And
there's a story of a homeless guy that he lived by a Bitcoin ATM, and so he panhandled. It was like 2011 or whatever. So he panhandled, and every day he took whatever he had and he just stored it in Bitcoin because it was easy. It was right there, and ended up like 3 years later, he was not only a millionaire because he just panhandled and put his. And it's the craziest story.
And because, like you're saying, what did he do? He held. He just DCA'd
Yeah.
and he held. We didn't worry about if Bitcoin was at 300 or if it was at $50 or if it was 3,000. You know, that's the biggest thing. Like, I totally agree with what Mikey's saying here. It's like you have to be a long-term investor. It's like the marshmallow test, like the kids who put the marshmallow down, they say, "Hey, we'll give you a second one. You got to wait 30 minutes. You know, we're building, the same DCA." But most people, they can't wait. They just eat the marshmallow immediately. They can't have that delayed gratification when we know across the board. And when it comes to building anything over time with success, it's a long-term thing. And I think that's a great, picture you mentioned about Bitcoin, because that is the best analogy. Is there's so many people who have held, I had 100 Bitcoin and now I have zero, or I had, I made $10,000 off Bitcoin. It's like, but yeah, you could have, they just did a quick flip. It's like the people who make life-changing money are the ones who have a good strategy, and it's not the short-term one. But go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, and I think it's what it is that there's so many distractions out there, so that when you have something, you find something actually that will essentially just work if you do a simple DCA plan. You know, you've done your research, the tokenomics work, that the fundamentals are sound for it to be something that's long term. Then you've got to look at it. Okay, this doesn't have to move quickly. I mean, at its core, it's going to move really quick already. I mean, like you said, Bitcoin is going to move very fast because fundamentally it was designed to spread and go up. So all you got to do is to stick to a plan. But what happens is that things come out that are really shiny, and this is a big thing that Richard Hart was saying, is that there's a lot of noise out there. Unfortunately, I believe a lot of crypto, large percentage of it are full of scams or hype projects, a lot of hype out there. And when you look at something that's growing in this space of like all these hyped up things, it's hard to determine what's the best option to put your money into. And sometimes it's best to park your money in things that aren't really hyped up, because you won't overinvest, because someone says that classic A-class savings, overinvest if you sell, if you're an idiot, all that stuff that you constantly hear in these fly-by-night projects. I heard you talking about the Solana projects that are maybe making it in a few days or a week. That's a lot of those right now. But I find that people aren't really attracted to those. I mean, that's what Adina and I said a lot about Earn, is that we exist in a world where we're not a full-on degen hype project, but we're not a several $100 million market cap project either yet. So we're not attractive to people that are looking to make a quick buck. But also, we're not at this level yet where people will put in a lot of money because it's well known. It's already on Binance. It's already on Coinbase. It's already on KuCoin. It's been on for years. So we're enjoying existing in this world between the two as we grow. And it's an area where you have those different types of investors kind of dabbling in, where they'll come in and look at this like, what the hell is this? What is all the structure? And they'll get a bag. And then you have those ones that come in too that are more like, okay, I need this to go 10x tomorrow or 100x this month. I saw this other project went to $1 billion within a week, and I'm like, did it really go there on its own, or was that really manipulated? So it's the comparison to it, and a lot of people. It's sad. I say a lot of people actually, even not just in our project, but a lot of people aren't going to make it. In crypto, they're going to, maybe they will make a lot of money, but there's a lot of gotchas out there, like wallet draining links, scams, people faking profiles, certain things you just shouldn't invest in. I mean, the Terra Luna thing was terrifying that happened there because it was a top 10. But I think people should just be more patient and just be relaxed.
Yeah, there's actually a study. Everybody thinks that crypto is here to make quickly a lot of money. But there was actually a study, and it showed that there are way more traditional millionaires, billionaires, wealthy people than there are from crypto. And like, how
really?
many millionaires do you know, as an individual? So you have to ask yourself. So it's not just because you you read and see only about the people that made a few $1,000 into millions, because it's very, very few, but obviously those are the loudest and most interesting. And so it really skews the perception of this space. And then you get people that come with this wrong idea, and you have to deal with that because they don't understand volatility goes both ways. It's never gonna only go up. If it does, it's probably engineered somehow.
Well, except Urban is technically designed.
Yeah, but also
but not quickly.
No, not quickly. But
Yeah.
what I mean is like if something just only is volatile upwards, but something is just holding it. Yeah.
Well, then the quick thing is subjective, right? What is quick? You know, Liz, because going to $5.
You're talking about a few days.
Few days, not a few days. You know,
that's what people expect.
Yeah, not a few days. But
yeah, because I mean, if your project can get to that level, that 3 to 5 per coin in 5 years, that's quick, right? That's when you're talking about finance. So, you know, that is quick when you're talking about money terms. I mean, if you're hitting 100x in 3 years, that's really really good. That's really fast. You know, but
it's just for the stock market. Is it
right?
Fast though for crypto though? That's
no, it's
slow,
right? I mean, it's slow, but that's
the $3 to $5 right now. It's only 1,000x, and from when we launched Earn at 5K, when it went up to 10 million, it was already 2,000x from there, from its point. And so, I mean, in crypto, like you were saying, you see 1,000x's. Hell, you can see 10,000x's. You know, that pop up here and there. Especially going into a bull run, when money's just flying everywhere really quickly. But yeah, it's not uncommon. It's more common in a bull run to see that stuff happen.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess in traditional finance, you might get into a great stock, and that might make you 100x, right? If you're lucky. But I think what a lot of people don't understand, crypto is so attractive to, especially more like professional investors, I would say, or hedge funds, because they see that there's an adoption curve. That's what makes Bitcoin such a good investment compared to everything else, right? Because right now, right in this moment, you have the opportunity to take advantage of an adoption curve. But adoption doesn't happen from today to tomorrow. It happens over years, but that's where you benefit, right? It's like the people that in the .com bubble, right? They had a unique opportunity that they were at the verge of a new technology coming out and could take advantage of the adoption curve. And that's right now for crypto too. But people they just see the hype, they see these very unique occasions that someone makes a lot of money and they think that's what it is. But what's his name? Michael Saylor. Yeah.
Bitcoin.
The reason why he invests is because he sees the adoption curve, and that's what will make him so much money long term, right? It's not a peak, already, but he's already taken advantage of adoption, right? So that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's very unique to crypto right now, and probably also AI at the moment as well. But then there in 20 years there will be something else, right? We can take advantage that way.
Yeah.
I guess the key is to try to make it last.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you have the momentum going up, but can you keep the momentum for years to come? You know what I mean? Because people get burned out and they'll see the next shiny object and they'll want to go to put their money over there. So how do you stay relevant for the years to come?
Like, you got that. It's the game of it goes up, right? I mean, a lot of things go up, and what speed is it going up, right? If it's going up consistent and people are like DCAing in and they feel comfortable, then you have that. This is the community sentiment, right? Because then when it turns and it goes parabolic, and everyone says they love a parabolic explosion, we will love to see that. Well, let's be real here. Who loves to see a parabolic explosion? The people that were in before us, not the people that bought at the top. But guess what your big community becomes? it becomes the people that bought on the top. And the people that were here are out. And then now you have a whole new community of people that bought at the top that you have to basically educate and make sure they understand that this is a long-term thing until it happens again. And that just repeats over and over again as your project becomes less and less volatile down the line. And we've seen that happen already 3 times. At launch, we went to 4 million, and then back to 11 million. And every time it's the same cycles. People are happy, boom, they make money, they get out. People are happy, boom, they make money, get out. And then I see the people, when you're in it, you see the people cycle in and out. And you've probably seen this about, there's been 2 of those so far. You've probably seen the same thing. You see people cycle, within inside of the community. And as the volatility becomes a little bit less, the cycling of your entire community or a large portion of it becomes less at the same time. So as much as most people love a parabolic explosion, I think it's good and bad for a project because based on how the sentiment changes after that event occurs, it could damage a project, especially if you want it to last long term. So that's why you hear me constantly say over and over again, DCA what you're comfortable with, because those events don't give you any warning before they occur. And if someone isn't prepared or financially stable enough because they felt like somebody in admin or the founder said that in the community they should be in heavy, and that happens and they're not able to handle the volatility, they might get wiped out. And then there are going to be a lot of finger pointing to why they are in the situation they're in right now. And I say that because we've seen that 3 times so far, kind of cycle. And I expect we're going to see it a lot more times down the line.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a human nature thing. People get excited, emotional, and they stop using their logic, rational, like we're saying, DCA, a plan, etc. They get emotional, overinvest, and they sell early, So volatility, right? You got to be when you invest, got to be a cold stone killer, right? You got to have no emotions, understand what you're doing, have a plan, have a reason behind it, and take action. And like you're mentioning as well, kind of how it happens in waves with adoption and the network effect, similar to Bitcoin, right? When it goes to $6, right? And everyone's like, woo, Bitcoin's the best thing in the world. And then it crashes to $1, right? And all those people are like, Bitcoin's a scam. It's at $1. It was at $6. Like, what the heck is this crap? What are the Bitcoin developers doing? I don't get it, right? Did anything change for Bitcoin? No. Then it went to $100 and it crashed back down to $10. All those people who bought it at 70, 80, 90, this Bitcoin thing, this digital money, what is this? Right. And each time the community, people who understand how it works, what the purpose of the technology is, like why we're all here, right? That grows larger and larger and larger as education spreads. And right, it's just that market cycle. It's in any market, right? It stocks, crypto, there's boom and bust, and what the ones that do the best are the ones who have utility, have a reason for people to come back tomorrow. And and like I said, just that's the way I think of it too. It's like that boom and bust cycle. And if you have that strong education and foundation, that's how you continue to build your base for the next wave of the market.
That's a good point, Zach. You pointed out Bitcoin. Yeah, we went from 69,000 down to 15. I mean, that's dramatic, even for Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's the biggest token. That is the number one, like the most attention economy, everything, and it's still 75%. But then look what happened, right?
But yeah, I mean, we already see what you said, right? Like the more you educate, the more people that know what it is, the less you have those crazy emotions. Because when you compare the last bull run, it hit all-time high and everybody freaked out, and now it's like, okay, it's at 70. Let's just wait to see. We're gonna stick around, It's like, it's much a calmer across the board, in my view at least.
I think it is too, what I'm seeing. I mean, you have those freakouts on X where it goes down a couple thousand below. The world is ending, even over 68K.
That's what also I've always advocated against trading. Like I try to take an investor mindset. Like when I buy something, I want to hold it for as long as possible. Like I want to buy property, I want to buy Bitcoin, I want to buy things that are valuable that I know other people see it, it's a good quality item. Because that's another thing too. You know how many Bitcoin maxis and OGs and people who have been in Bitcoin for 7 years, you know how many people lost everything and they wiped out because once again, they sold Bitcoin at 22K and it dropped down to 15 and they said, hold on, I'm gonna wait till 12K and then I'll buy back in. And then it went back to 30K, 40K, 50, 60. And now they're priced out and then they buy something else trying to chase what could have been. And that thing. So it's like, it's all of these very common human mistakes and just human emotion, human behavior that hasn't changed for thousands of years. Studying human psychology is, I think, a very powerful insight to have when you're talking about money, especially something that we all want and all need. So, yeah, it's just something I think about a lot. And one thing I want to bring up Olo Sears comment, right? He said also depends if your surge is from user deposits or innovation. Well, I mean, what does that necessarily mean? In crypto or in investments, you can only do two things. You can only buy or you can sell it, right? You can stake and do all these sort of things now as well. But what I'm getting at is Bitcoin versus Bitcoin Cash. Fundamentally, there are some slight differences, or BSV, right? But ultimately, it comes down community, comes to rowing in the same direction, comes to having utility where all these things row in the same direction. So I don't necessarily agree that you have to have innovation. Are any of these meme coins having any innovation, or are they just popular and that's why they're successful? So it's that network effect is what I would say. It doesn't necessarily mean innovation, doesn't necessarily need user deposits. It just needs buyers and it needs
and holders. Right?
holders,
like what you said 2 weeks ago.
That's the argument of Pepe. Pepe, you don't use for anything, or like Doge, right?
Yeah.
Doge didn't have anything, but now you got Elon Musk saying that we might use payments by Tesla, right? So businesses deciding to utilize the currency for something, I guess that's not really innovation. That's just utility.
That's adoption. Yeah, that's network effect. Exactly. That's just simply the quality. The thing that it is being socialized, and it's successful, so it continues to be socialized. So yeah, like you said, Dogecoin, Elon Musk, man, that I want to yank my shirt off my neck. I'm like, why, Elon? He did. I could go on a whole rant about
because he owns what 40 or 60% of the coin. Of course,
is that a true fact? Like, is that a known dox?
Sure, he does.
It's so cringe to me. He also tried to come into Bitcoin and tell people how to fix Bitcoin, and all of he tried to come in and be a grifter. But anyway, it's funny that Elon Musk has chose Doge to die on that hill, which I find to be just. I think he does it for the meme. Maybe he doesn't really like crypto as much, and he's like, I'm just gonna pick Doge. So I don't know. He's got a lot of stuff going on.
I wonder if he does these posts without telling people, because he is not stupid, and I know that he has to know that somebody's going to take what he says and they're going to move them. And
100%.
Well, I also think he's a narcissist. So, like,
maybe
people, everything revolves around him, and I mean, I'm sure it's also a point in the background. It's not saying that just because. It's probably a reason for it. And I think he's quite abusing his platform to live out his narcissism. And
I think Nadia holds a bunch of Tesla she's not telling us about. I think she's a huge Tesla holder. So it sounds like.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know the behavior of someone at that level. I mean, I personally never met the billionaire. So I don't know how they are.
But how many do you know that are so public like him, And they're quite, but how many? Like, are there like 1,000 something in the world? So yeah, and I know probably 3 years, maybe a few more. But
I think Mikey thinks there's some deep approach Elon's taking for Doge. I don't know. I think he might just see it as ha funny thing. I don't know, but maybe there's some deeper esoteric understanding he has of the Doge tokenomics and the Doge.
I think more he would do it because he knows that like more the traditional finance people would be upset about.
I think he's just poking fun, just doing it for fun.
It's something like that. They're making money with it because I mean, sorry, like I don't know how much Doge he has.
Yeah, right.
You know, like, I mean, it's so easy for him. He has to just draw one word. It can even be upside
How much
down.
Doge do you think he has? Do you think he owns 1%?
I
Oh
don't
no,
know. I know that him
I bet
getting
he.
his platform X and then making what he did and then having that power over it was one hell of a move. I mean, to think about
that's
that.
what I mean with narcissists, because, like, you know, like, why do you have to rename it to X and like all these X's, and it's just like,
Well, he could
I don't know.
fix faces.
Well, that's that whole that's that tinfoil hat theory of, you know, he went to school with all these people and they're forming that secret society or whatever. So they need, you know, because he was part of PayPal, right? He co-founded that, you know, and so all these things, and that's that new world order. And they showed the link of all the people that went to school with Elon and some of the other people that were in his class and the things that they're setting up and buying and putting together. So the change
Doge.
to X.
Oh, Goldwyn confirmed. Doge is the new world order currency choice. So get your Doge, so that way when you're getting the bread line, you got to pay your Doge. You'll have a lot.
Speaking of New World Order currency, I heard EARN is now going to be the currency of a new project. You want to speak into that?
We're in a space of the day, so there's some leaks that are being dropped around in the TG and some post. So we're going to be the reserve currency for ADA. That's going to be down the line Q2. So if you're part of a community that's going to be have access to make deposits, part of your yield is going to be an earn tokens, which is super cool because that means that earn is about to touch a lot of people's accounts. You know.
Now, what is ADA? Because when most people that might be watching it might think of Cardano, but it's not. It's something else, right?
Yeah, it's called Atlantis Digital Assets. And what they're building is the city of Atlantis, which is essentially a digital economy. You can imagine it like Decentraland. So they have even plans to eventually have a full metaverse where people can transact and trade tokenized assets.
It reminds me of the central but actually
Yeah.
it's the physical properties and stuff
Yeah,
too.
it's like land, real estate, entertainment. I think they're starting out mostly with the entertainment part, so tickets and gaming and stuff like that. And then, but yeah, they have really all aspects of a traditional economy, but they want to basically digitize it
Should
completely.
Totolo should put some spot here in Chicago.
Hey, Mikey, can you guys turn your volume up on your side? Is that possible?
Yeah, you can't hear us very well.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know if it's just me because I'm wearing headphones. Like it's.
Let me move you guys a little closer to us.
Yeah, come a little
Yeah.
closer. Yell at us a little bit louder. Yell. This is a yelling show. This is a yelling podcast.
There you go. So you guys are a little
Awesome.
closer. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Land, but real like assets too at the same time, and yeah, so it's going to be the reserve currency, and this is cool because if you guys know about Earn, it's a hyperdeflationary reflection token built off of Ethereum, but it's also bridged to additional blockchains, Solana, which has got a lot of hype right now, BNB and Base. And the big piece is BNB. We're expanding on BNB a lot right now. I look at the analytics with the BSC scan, and the adoption and how it's spreading is massive. The growth is. And this is going to be really cool to see what those analytics look like once we actually get integrated into ADA and there's people depositing funds and then getting paid out yield and earned on BNB. I think there's going to be an insane increase in our holder count on the BNB side, which is all just earned, just spreading. And since we have our CMC listing and CoinGecko listing, that makes it so that when you get earn in your wallet, you can see the token and the links back to the website. I think it's going to bring a lot of eyeballs to the project. I mean, again, we may have those crazy parabolic pumps because people will see this thing and go into it. So let's say it again, just DCA, because those are not predictable. But I assume that somewhat in correlation to this integration, there's going to be an event like that. And also the Ultima card, you know, getting earned on a credit card so that you can go buy a cup of coffee with some earn that you're collecting in your wallet. And it's cool because you guys have the Flamelink tokens. You probably noticed that you're actually collecting earn BNB automatically inside of your wallet, which could be loaded onto a credit card that you can go shop with. So you have this, you hold a Flamelink token, you just get paid Monday to go shop essentially all the time.
That's awesome. So, so Goldwyn was telling me a little bit. He was telling me that the Atlantis project, City of Atlantis. Can you explain to me what the difference is between going with that offshore bank versus the other one that you were just calling the what was it? Ultimos?
Ultima.
Ultima?
Yeah, so Ultima actually is going to be so you can actually deposit funds. So basically, you can see it as they accept certain tokens onto their platform. And so we need approval to get earned onto that platform so that you can utilize it to purchase goods. So that it basically has they probably have some type of swap.
Yeah,
integration.
so far I know, right now, you basically have you have an account, you log in, and you can deposit Bitcoin,
USDT.
on that, and then you can in the dashboard you can swap it, and then you can use the card. But I do believe, yeah, down the road that this will be something automatic.
Automatic, yeah.
But right now it's like manually swap it within their platform, but you have it readily available on your card.
Okay.
Which is like doesn't require you to go to an exchange and then you have to transfer it to your account, which can take a few business days, right, until you can actually use your money. You can go to your dashboard, you can instantly swap it, and then use it right away with your card.
And the other,
I wish this was a MetaMask. I mean, that'd be great. MetaMask had a credit card integration.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think MetaMask just announced that they're having a Visa or MasterCard integration.
that'd be really.
Oh,
cool.
really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere. But the other thing that is really cool about Ultimo is because it's an offshore account, your money isn't commingled, right? So when you deposit the Bitcoin into your account, it's your Bitcoin. You're not depositing it into a group fund. And then when you want to use it, you pull yours out. No, it's you deposit into your isolated
Like a
account,
bank
your numbered account. Yes, it is. No, it's not like it is.
Okay.
It is a bank account. Yeah.
Now,
And then
is it where's it at? You said offshore, but like where at? What country? Is Uncle Sam going to come and tax me?
probably.
No, it's somewhere in Asia.
No, it's on the website. I forget the name of the
Yeah.
country, but I believe underneath a certain value per day, it doesn't. But I gotta pull up the site and look at
Yeah,
it.
they the last time when I looked into it, they said that you need to look into your country and follow your tax laws.
Yeah.
So that
Sure,
so
that's
to,
covering
to
their own
answer your question, Alan, yes, if you're trying to hide money in your offshore account,
I would never do that.
they go,
Only politicians can do that, not us, the little people.
Well, I am the vice president of my HOA, so
I doubt they're gonna give you a 1099-B, but still,
Yeah.
work in your country, you should just report it if you're worried about it. But I think I love the accessibility. That's the biggest thing. Quickly being able to utilize it. That's the biggest thing with crypto. I mean, even with me, if I want to go purchase some more earn, I gotta go to my wallet. I gotta connect my ledger. Gotta do all
yeah,
this stuff.
step by step by step.
And that's
there you go.
that's a safety thing. But it's all these steps. And now you're with it being on this Ultima card, you're eliminating steps to get access. So maybe only want a couple $100 on there at a time, of earn tokens. It's just sitting there that you can utilize when you want. I mean, I think that's super cool to have that option. Especially, I have wallets that have been accumulating earn BNB or holding Flamelink tokens that have hundreds of dollars of earn in there that I can't just quickly just go buy a coffee. You just gotta move them around into one little bucket. But it'd be cool if they're just sitting in this bucket that I can now just order groceries. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's definitely coming. It's like Ultimo and all these projects are really, I think, like groundbreakers to be the first to set them up. I just saw like Coinbase. I'm not sure exactly the full detailed announcement, but it seems as if they're going to have it integrated with the Coinbase wallet, where you can purchase any EVM token straight from the Coinbase wallet. So instead of having to buy, let's say BNB And then, even Coinbase doesn't even allow, well, at the time, BNB, but right. And then, like you said, having to send it over, go to PancakeSwap, buy some sort of token, and then, right, you'll be able just to completely just purchase, USDC and then buy any EVM compatible token. So that, I think, will also be a great use case, and make people go to run to Coinbase, just how easy they're going to make it. And then they have their own debit card as well, just like crypto.com. So all of this is to say is they're trying, we're seeing the fruits of the labor of the crypto development and infrastructure being laid out, where it will just be commonplace. Like you're saying, you can use some earn to buy coffee or whatever, pays for something. And it's like all these, we'll be talking about back in my day, I had to send it to there, and then I had to send it to there, and then I got taxed there, and then I got to do this, and then I had it. But it's awesome to see like the crypto dream coming true. So
that's what they say. I think GME blew up the way it did. When you look at, if you guys have watched the movie Dumb Money,
Yeah.
I think they blew up because how easy it was to access stock. Because all you have to go to Robinhood, type in the stock ticker, and then scroll up, and it was very easy and quick and smooth to do with the Robinhood app. I mean, can you imagine, if crypto becomes like that? I mean, there's more accessibility like that. I think things have just become insane. And I think that's what Coinbase is doing, and what MetaMask is doing with this rollout. They're making it so it's easier and easier and easier to access this money and not go through all these steps. That's the whole thing about exchanges, what people love so much, is that you don't got to set up a private key. You don't have to manage your own funds. You just log in with your email address and your password, and you have access to everything. It's that management of like not having to worry about losing stuff and having access to your money that makes them so attractive.
Mhm.
But as more decentralized platforms start looking more like centralized exchanges, I think the centralized exchanges are going to start phasing out even more and more. Like why use them?
Yeah, the difficulty is to make the decentralized funds user friendly, right? Coinbase is essentially like a bank account, right? It's like one entity, it's already centralized. They can make a very simple user
Well,
interface.
if you have a problem, you can call them.
Sorry?
I said, if you have a problem, you can call them. They got tech support.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Uniswap doesn't have tech support.
Yeah, I saw. I don't know where it was, but it was CZ. He posted on X a while ago. It's like if someone in your family dies and they have a Binance account with money in it, just send a death certificate and we'll recover it.
Yeah.
That's not how it works in decentralized finance.
No.
You lose it, it's gone.
Mhm.
Yeah, and even
Yeah.
MetaMask is actually not that decentralized as it should be, because so many people use it. But if you want to keep that initial idea of decentralization alive, and I think the Ethereum community is really working hard to get there in the infrastructure layer, but to get there as with the user interface is extremely difficult, because all of a sudden you can't change things, and then it's very hard to develop. And but I think in 20 years, 30 years, probably crypto looks much different. Maybe they
Well, yeah, at that point it won't be crypto, right? It'll be stocks. It'll be called something else. It'll be more user friendly, and it'll be all in the background. It'll be, it'll just be buttons on the screen. What do you want? What are you gonna pay with today? Oh, I'm gonna pay with my my OX222 tokens. Boop.
Like a Black Mirror episode, we'll all be our own cryptocurrency. We have our own values. Essentially, there was an episode like that where they had value, and as their value went up and down, they were accepted in different societies.
Yeah.
It was weird.
I mean, isn't that the case with China's social credit score right now? Don't they have something similar to that?
Like that, it was weird. Yeah.
If you jaywalked, all the CCTVs, they identify you and then they send you a fine back at your residency. Kind of like when you drive through the toll booth and they just see your license plate, they just fine you. It's it's eerie, if technology is used against us or for us. So it's also why crypto's here as well, right? Is for financial freedom and not to be subjugated to the local currency in which you were born in. And also have, once again, like other freedoms when it comes to your finances. It's cool stuff. I'm curious of that. We were talking about like ease of onboarding and stuff, because I know like like let's say the App Store or like Google Play, they haven't been too privy. Like they have MetaMask, they have the wallets, but have you seen any projects successfully kind of build their own Web 2 application to help further progress like onboarding or education? Have you guys, anyone on the call, had any experience with that?
No, I
I mean,
haven't.
I've seen ways of doing it. I mean, of course, like merch and giving things like coupons, rebates, crypto. I mean, even back in the day, people used to make these Bitcoin, actual physical Bitcoin coins, and they put QR codes on them that you can peel off the sticker, and you can then claim your crypto. But you really gotta trust the guy that's making those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
More
that
so,
was-
like I've seen some projects make like a little tracker. So let's say you're in the, the Doge, your Doge community, right? And someone makes a Doge tracker where you can put in your wallet address and it's going to pull up, you got this much Doge, and it will show a cool graph. So I've seen like some implementations of that, like tracking, community tracking, Web 2 apps, but I really haven't seen a full, like we're talking about when it comes to ease of access, just a integrated Web 2 that's also the back end is Web 3. And just really, because, imagine if you could say, hey, download the buy, hold, earn, or the hold app on your iPhone, and we'll have everything that you need. Because, like we said, like a lot of times with crypto, you got to read the wiki page, but also go on the Discord, but also check out the Telegram and check out YouTube. But I find centralization of communities and knowledge, it only, like we said, it only helps. And especially we're talking about like normies and onboarding people who don't want to have a private key and all these things like we talk about. It just makes adoption curve steeper when just like, why is Bitcoin the way it is now? Because now you can buy it on Cash App, Coinbase, every single exchange. Whereas back in the day, you had to use, Circle, or had to Mount Gox, or these ones that blew up that are in China that are shady, that it wasn't easily accessible. People have that mindset, like, what is Uniswap? I'm not going on that thing. Like, what is a MetaMask? I don't have that account. Like, people still have that. It's becoming more normalized, but that's something I always think about, because like we were just arguing in favor of like Coinbase's centralization. That's how their business is so successful. You have someone to call, you have someone you can talk to. It's all right there, opposed to being. It's almost like the benefits
Man.
of decentralized and centralization.
That's why I put all my money in Celsius. Wow, that fucking
Yeah, I feel you. We almost did. We were this close, but the deal is like,
God.
no. Yeah,
Gosh.
first we had BlockFi, and then you moved out of BlockFi, and then I wanted to go in Celsius because it was cheaper. You could make more money off your crypto. You're like, no, let's go in Nexus. It would have been a hard hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I was researching, even though we couldn't really find anything out. I was researching how to store that crypto, and yeah, with Nexo there was at least some verbiage that said that they do it manual, and a large portion is actually in cold storage, and not. And I think because they couldn't really find out anything, obviously. And
You don't know that, dude.
Yeah, I've seen him in like shows or something like that.
Hold on, come here.
No.
Hey, no, come here.
It would be cool if we had
Come here. Come here.
put their wallet address in, and then when they put their wallet address in,
Hold
right
on,
now,
you sound like a child predator.
but what if you put your wallet address in and you can say like, and then it generates your report of your requesting, your P&L, and like a cool report of like how much basically what you get on Deck Screener.
yeah.
But it's just on the site. Shows how many reflections you earned, shows your P&L of this wallet, and it gives you a report of it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's possible to do, because I know you have the reflection tracker, but I thought it'd be cool if you can go to their own website, punch in the wallet, and say, generate me a report. How much have I made with this wallet earned?
Yeah.
P&L. Because I do the P&Ls on the X Screener, but it'd be cool if it was just like
Yeah.
right there, under as an API plugin.
Yeah, just trying to put some ideas, sprinkle them around. Just the ease of access and all of that is just so huge, because like we said, like talking about Elephant, I try to tell people buy Elephant, but it's a tax token. You need BNB. BNB is not available on this, blah, blah, and their head spins, versus if I was like, hey, if you could just download this app and you click this button, they're like, okay, it just makes and then, you can sell it, like click there, you can look there. But just some ideas.
Yeah, simplifying it. You know.
Simplify. That's right. I gotta run, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for having me tonight. I got an early morning, so I'm gonna hit the hay here. I'm gonna get something to eat, something to drink.
He's gonna go get a falafel and go back to Fight Club. Is what he's gonna do.
That's Tuesday night. That's tomorrow night. I'll let you know, guys.
Oh.
I'm gonna come back on the show with another black eye with a broken nose. Like, no. Hopefully, I'll have a story to tell.
Get some blood on your suit there. Be like,
should I wear the suit? You think this?
Not
will
my
help me
blood.
restrictive?
Not my blood. Hey, you need to put a camera up. Just get the
Get
411.
content, right? All right, we'll see about it.
Go in with the Bertha suit.
We'll see. All right, take it easy, Rugs to Riches. I'll see you guys later. Thanks, everyone.
See you, Zach.
Take care.
All right, so we've got a random drawing to do, don't we?
We do, and it looks like there are a total. When y'all gotta see how many. What wallets is the last one over 100K earned holding?
That's a good question. You got it? You pulling it up, or do you need us to look it up?
I'm pulling it up here, and I think we should just skip if it lands on the Uniswap V2 router, or I guess
Just call June.
Well, just tell me what numbers do you want me to start at?
Let's see. So it looks like we only have a total of. So you got to do it. You do 1,000. So do 0 to 1,000.
Okay.
It looks like what they're going to qualify are 190.
Well, but we don't want 1 and 2, right? So 3 is the first actual live wallet.
Yes. Yeah. So skip 1 and 2.
All right. So 3 to 1,000 or 3 to 1,003.
Do 3. Yeah.
3 to 1,000. 3 to 1,000. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yep. And it looks like wallet number not 193 minus 3 is the last one of 100,000 now. So
Ooh. So we need to be lower than 193?
Lower than 193.
All right. Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Tell me go.
On your mark. Get set. Go! Spin it.
Oh!
81. Who is that? Is that me?
Nope. Not on the list. You know what's funny? The first 2 it hit 2 people. There's the first one that land on someone.
Yeah. We should have said we want it reversed. So we want the top 200. Then we would have got it.
Wallet number 881.
Yeah. 881, it would have been what? I don't know. 119, 116. It would have been 116.
Yeah. So next we give a flame. You know, I saw there's a bunch of cheap flames on Rarible. I think I'm gonna sweep the floor just in case.
Yeah, I actually looked when that guy posted the yellow one, saying that he posted one. So I wanted to see how much he posted it for. I also saw a yellow traded and then sold almost immediately too. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, I think
Traded and then sold.
a big proponent in this ecosystem. You're gonna have your own trading market that's gonna occur.
Yeah. So yeah, somebody traded it. Now it could have been just from their wallet to their wallet, right? But then they sold it from whatever. But it sold for 6.5 ETH, 0.65, 0.69 for a yellow.
Yeah.
I won't tell that guy that I bought a red for the same price.
You got the earn price.
Hey,
can you guys
AG, did you see a red flame link got minted about an hour before the show?
No, but
yeah,
check this out. We got some
about the mint too. I was literally gonna mint about 10, and then somebody popped up. I finally got finally got some color, something like that in the chat. I'm like, what did you get? Was it a blue? Was it a yellow? Nope, it was a red.
And it's a cool looking red too. It's Tiger Shark here. Tiger Shark got flame link 270.
Yeah, he minted 4. It looks like in those first 3 were whites, red, and then a white one.
Oh, nice! What a score!
And this is a flameling.
Flaming, yeah.
I'll have to go check it out.
Yeah, it's a cool looking flameling too. He's got blue eyes. He's a
So we got I got the graph up. I don't know if you're gonna walk us through it, Goldwyn, since you're the expert grapher.
yeah. I
Try
don't know. Your
this.
shit's so small. Jesus.
You not see
You
it?
know what it
Huh.
looks. You know what it looks like? It looks like we have a
Rainbow?
bottoming signal because some wallets are finally out of powder.
That's the real TA right there.
Yeah.
This is a wallet, but you done? Another
So
guy.
this yellow line right here is the first all-time high when we went up to $4 million market cap.
I mean, why would you pick a line the same color as the damn thing there?
Listen, this thing was already here. Let me just delete it. How about that? Screw you. Hold on.
Jesus. Have I taught you nothing?
No, you haven't.
Oh, hey Mikey, when was the snapshot taken? It doesn't matter, Aaron. Nobody won.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we took it actually just about like 30 minutes ago. I just took it, but
No
yeah,
one won?
Yeah, nobody won. Nobody won.
Oh,
yeah, because unless there would have been someone that did a bunch of wallets afterwards. But
Yeah.
yeah, but
So-
yeah, if you're watching though, next week it's a flame.
Next
So-
week is flames, so get your flames. And yeah, as you were saying, Mikey, I saw there was a flame on Rarible for 0.055 ETH. I don't know what that breaks down to be, but
A couple $100, something like that.
yeah, cheaper than 100,000 earned for sure.
Yeah.
So if you want a couple chances, I know I saw at least 3 that were under a tenth of an ETH for white flames. Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Mikey, when are you gonna drop the alpha that the whites are gonna get
Well, everybody said was that. Just speculate. It might happen, like the blue things.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the blue ones turn into 1 million at some point. I mean,
Listen, I'll be down for that shit. I have a few of those, so I would be happy. Let's do that.
you know what I don't have personally? I don't have really any yellows. Like I
Yeah.
have. Yeah, you have yellows. I have a bunch of blues. I have some reds. No, but I have like no yellows at all. Like
So
every
who-
time yellow.
here's my question. Do you guys have a joint account or do you both have your own wallets?
We have our own wallets. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Is there
Yeah.
a rivalry? Because there's like a rivalry between me and AG. Like
No,
he's
we have a joint account, but all our money's together.
yeah. Like AG's kicking my ass on token count, but he can't hold my jock on NFTs.
We did think at one point it'd be fun to like try to pick a cryptocurrency and try to like trade it to see if you can make the most of it. But we're so connected in everything that we're doing that Anita's more of the technical person and she's like building this stuff where I'm more like in it sometimes and doing even some DJing stuff. Like I went into a play the other day that I just got shared it in a group that I'm in, and I was like, I have no idea what's behind this, but I know the guys that are in it, so I just threw a couple $100 at it, to see what happens, and it went up faster than I thought, and now it's back down again. But I normally don't do that these days unless I like know the person that's behind it, because that stuff is dangerous, doing that stuff out there.
Yeah, I know. I bought some touching grass one day because I knew the developer.
Same here. I listened to you, Goldwyn.
No, listen. No, you didn't.
Oh, listen. Yes,
You did not. I will go back to the chat
No.
where I said I know nothing about this.
You
Buy it if you want.
No, that is false.
Oh, I will.
Goldwyn's lying right now.
Did a post last weekend, touching grass. Did you see that?
No.
Who did?
Yeah, I feel like that at some point.
Yeah, the post was only touching grass and
Then
like
the grass
an
thing.
image of a grass field.
Yeah,
Nice.
I had a little spike up initially. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean that's one of our like little meme ones. I mean when the Dina gets like free time for all the stuff that she's doing, maybe she can like do some stuff with that. But it's fun, you gotta have some fun sometimes. I mean, Earn is very technical and I think it'd be insane down the line, but it's like there's so much stuff you can do with Earn. It's hard to that's why I don't get how people can do multiple projects, because when you get in something, it pulls you so deep into it. I mean, I told you that I've constantly do the merch for Earn, and I was like, I find no time to do this. I mean, I'm trying to figure out so many things with this It's like I have no time to think about the merch. And then there's so much you can do with the merch. Yeah, with it, with like flames and the flame link. It's just you can always be involved. You know, coloring books, little onesies, little plush dolls, jewelry. I mean,
Do you want me to read the post that I put into our chat?
Go ahead.
It says, "This is another project Mikey was involved in, I think before Earn, I believe. I know nothing about this other than Mikey was the dev, and 6 people in the last 24 hours have asked me about this project. The micro cap is 15K, and I threw some money at it. That was my post.
And what I reply
I
back?
didn't tell you to buy anything.
I think it's higher than no, it's less than Wilder's.
Yeah, that's
So
Yeah.
Well, what's Wilder's at?
25K.
It's all of them have come down actually.
Well, you need
Yeah.
to move it over to Pancake Swap so I can either cash out and get my money back or not.
Yeah.
All you got to do is put single-sided liquidity like everybody else.
Yeah.
I think actually that
Hush,
we
Maggie.
talked about it actually. I think that we might try to set up actually like the flaming tokens. Actually, maybe see if we can connect them somehow together with liquidity. That'd be kind of cool to do. You ever thought about that?
Oh, you mean put like all the flame link?
And 222 and create a liquidity pool?
How do you do that?
Well, you can do it on Pancake Swap. So they have their own pool. So if this is kind of interesting, right? Because then if 222 moves, so will 237 because they have connected pools together. And so that's something that you don't always have to make liquid. We're talking about doing this actually with a Flamelink token and Earn. You can also do that with a Flamelink token and a Flamelink token. You can connect the tokens together. And so it's a
Did you hear that?
collaborative thing projects do sometimes where they connect their tokens so that if one moves, the other one moves. But it's something to think about doing, like connecting pools together.
Well, I apologize for Goldwyn. He just likes to step away for just random reasons.
Sorry.
Go ahead and
I
explain
had-
what you're saying.
I had my window blind up still, and my dog was mad at the
Yeah, so
firefighters.
I was thinking that what we could do and test it out. I don't know if we can do these, but I know there's a Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul idea in the chat, which I think is really cool. But one thing to do maybe after that is like, what if we connected the tokens together with a liquidity pool? So if one moves, the other one moves too. So
I feel like we should test this with 222 and 237. I mean, we're already tied at the hip. Let's
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that would be fun to see, right? Because it would also actually technically,
merge them together. Yeah.
Well, how would
you percentage? But yeah, percentage of you merge together.
So how do we do that? So we have to wait until the
You don't have to wait because they're tokens. So all you do, you just need tokens, and then you go to Pancake Swap, and I just create a liquidity pool between the tokens. So I take a portion of tokens from 222, I take some tokens from 237, and I connect them together. And then as there's trades, I did this with Operation Phoenix. This is the same thing. As soon as they launched, I went and took some Earn. I went and bought some Operation Phoenix off the chart, and I took it and I paired it with Earn, so that they had a Earn OP liquidity pool. So they technically have 3 pools.
They didn't jump on it, right?
No, they didn't.
So Michael was
Hey.
like in the YouTube stream, like,
What about the third pool?
yeah, there's a third pool, Earn.
How many pools do you have? We only have 2. What about this third one? I'm thinking this third one. Like,
you guys crack me up.
Too. Just say what it is.
Like I feel like we need to put Operation Phoenix like backdoor it into the R2R treasury, because it's like our secret. Like it was the first one that somebody actually asked us to review. We knew nothing about it, and we actually called it correctly. We're all like, "Oh, this is a buy," and it shot up like
I
whatever.
actually own some Operation Phoenix, and here's the chart that I made.
It's still well. If it breaks that resistance there, that floor. If it breaks that floor, it's fucked.
Well, it's already broken it, but
Well,
I
they
don't know if it's
have
fucked.
fundamentals. I know, like they have Squid Girl Joe's in there. I mean, he has a YouTube with like 20-something thousand. But I think the thing about Roger Phoenix, when it comes down to fundamentals, is that he was outspoken about safe moon, and I think he's right. You know what he was saying. The problem is that the safe moon community is massive, and so there's a lot of folks that even still today are anti what he was saying against safe moon, even though it's true. So that's just something to deal with, with the project. I mean, he copied the name, too. I mean, that was the whole thing, right? Operation Phoenix, because John said Operation Phoenix. So it's kind of a jab. And then the logo was pretty much the same, too.
I mean,
Yeah.
you never delivered an Operation Phoenix, right?
They called it Phoenix.
Phoenix. Yeah.
Hey, so is Squid Grow part of Ultimo? I noticed that now that I'm in the Ultimo DAO, I noticed that there was a big buy or something that popped up on there. I haven't delved deep into the DAO yet. Do you know anything about that?
But they're the only other token that is partnering with Ultimo.
The Squid Grow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think Ultima is just like doing things slow because they get all the licenses and do everything the right way for each of the token. They have to go through the whole process, and so it's not something they can do quickly. And they're still, I think, it's like in beta testing. So when you're in their chat, they have constant like support for people testing the platform, trying it out. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I think they do a legit project, and I really hope we'll see that card return sometime. It would be fun. We discussed that in one of the spaces. It would be fun if we could like customize the cards and get like some like earn branding on it.
Yeah,
that would be fun. Yeah.
Really cool though.
Yeah, I mean, having a like the 222, having our little flameling on it would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Or just the flames. The flames would be pretty sick too on there.
Yeah.
I'm excited about what Earn has coming down the pipeline.
Listen, I mean, we sat in on that. We had Olo come and just chat with us, a few of us, and you guys popped in. Like that COA and that COA project is just holy cow! I just got vertigo.
I caught it. I'm in India.
Someone had too many beers.
Do you have your white beans holding up the camera? That's what Zach uses.
No. The phone died, so I had to plug it in.
Oh no. Yeah, Zach's internet was out, so he had to use his phone, and he literally had like 7 cans of different beans holding up his camera. It was so funny. He like turned it around.
Yeah, we have to get something better.
That's funny. Yeah, I should send him a fucking stand. That's what I need to do. Hey, AG, get his address, and I will sure as shit send him a damn phone holder.
Didn't he send you something?
He sent me a damn camera. Yeah, he sent me a camera because my camera was shitty.
Trying to send her.
Come on, man. That was like
all right, I'll find it for you.
6 months ago or some shit.
I'll find it for you. I'll get it. My dog is like jumping up on the couch.
So what other partnerships are in the what kind of alpha are you gonna drop on us?
Yeah, so we have a couple projects that are looking to also, I mean, we want to make sure they have it all set up, but we're going to get other projects setting up liquidity pools with Earn tokens, so that are going to be on the VMB side. So that's coming up. We have 0x52 launching this Thursday. Yeah, that's been announced. That's going to be the next few days.
Nice, because I think she's super excited.
Yeah.
And, I think she's gonna do some dope stuff.
Yeah, we had Layla on. She was a great guest.
Yeah.
She had
Is she getting the
She's-
next Flamelink token?
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
She
coming out.
deserves it. Yeah.
So hers is going to be up next. I mean, there's a couple other platforms that are now available that we have our CoinMarketCap listing. I'm still working on getting the supply verification blue tick on CoinMarketCap. We do have, which is super cool, all of our current contracts verified on CoinMarketCap, the ones for Solana and BNB. So that's why if you go there, you can see the markets for BNB on both Solana, BNB, and ETH.
And
Really
it
cool.
reports the average
Yeah,
of all
it's
the
really cool.
chains, which is fun because with the Flamelink tokens, with the launches, you have pretty high volume. It's buying up all that earned
BNB.
for dividends. Yeah, on BNB. And so last time we had like, yeah, like it
600,000.
showed like for a brief second like 1,000% gain
Yeah.
on the average market cap of earned.
Are
And
you-
I think it's really cool strategy to get noticed. Right?
Are you guys screen capturing those spikes? You're like, bam, print screen. when it spikes like that, you're like, bitch, we told you our market cap was $1 billion.
I mean, we did at one point go to $3 per token.
Yeah, exactly.
We said we're gonna do it. We were at $3 per token for just a hot minute.
Yeah, not lying.
Yeah.
Listen, I waited all day for that damn bot to dump the 237 token. And I'm not even kidding you. I looked at the timestamp and it was 10 minutes after I went to bed.
So we're gonna do a different plan this time. Like I said, what we're gonna do is that for the next launch, we're gonna, and this is everyone is paying attention. We're gonna post it in the chats. So community is gonna be okay. People that are not part bots, they're gonna get wrecked. That's just like what our plan is that we're gonna launch the token. Then after a certain time period, we're gonna pull the liquidity. And the reason we're gonna do this is because bots have anti-rug turned on, so they dump all their tokens when they detect the liquidity being pulled. Then we're going to re-add the liquidity again, wait a minute, and then pull it again. It's called a shakeout, shaking the bots out. Then we'll let it, and we'll announce these periods inside of the chat so that people that are actually in the community are going to know what's happening, so they know to turn off their anti-rug, so that we're shaking out the bots that are happening. So I think this would be a good thing to do for the next
It's
one.
worth the try.
Yeah, try
to
it out.
see and how it's perceived.
Yeah. Because what did we wait last time? What, a day before the? It's like, and it's always the most inconvenient time too.
Yeah, it was literally, it was like 1:05 a.m. My time, which is probably great for Australia or whoever it was.
I remember waking up and I got a notice off my phone like around early in the morning. I was like, I'm not getting on my bed. It's like 2K market cap, and I'm like, nope, not doing it. I'm not running to my computer to do this.
Well, it's funny because I set an alert for Dex Screener, but I guess I don't know if I didn't hear it or it didn't. I never saw a notice on my phone, but like I caught the one for 222, so I scored on 222, but I waited. I literally don't have. I have almost nothing on 237.
Yeah.
Actually, let me look and see if it's down since we're talking about it.
Which I can
So
tell.
now when
I think I'm gonna load up more on both of those actually. I'm gonna get it because I like to accumulate under 10K.
Yeah.
I haven't had the chance to accumulate 177 under 10K.
Yeah.
I mean, most of my buying for 177 has been around.
Almost
Most of it's been around 25K, 30K ish. I think I bought some at 70 actually,
yeah.
but I got 177 underneath 10K.
Yeah, actually, I got most of my 177 on first day, but I was like 30 seconds in, I bought, I got like 4 million, and then I'm not even kidding you, 1 minute later, I got 12 million for the exact same buy. I was like, what the hell? And then I tried that philosophy on 156 and didn't get any. I didn't get any of 156 for like 3 days.
I did good at 156 because I just happened to catch that dip down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you know what? I think that you know what? There's so much volatility on those first 24 hours that you're making it back and earn. So those people that are concerned about those heavy taxes or what fees in the beginning, you're making so. I guess it depends on how much you're buying too. If you buy 10 million or whatever, which is what my target is on all of them, unless they just drop stupid. Like I bought, I forgot which one it was. It dropped pretty significant, so I bought a bunch. But those earn rewards that you're getting in that first 24 hours far supersede the fees that you buy. Yeah, you don't get as many tokens per se, but those rewards that you're generating in that first 24 hours more than make up for those fees.
No, absolutely. Especially if earn goes up in price, then tokens you're holding also go up in price too.
So what's your number one Flameling token that you're holding right now?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
No, I think I have the most right now, like accumulated, 0x0. I bought probably the most of that one. And out of all of them, I hold at least 5%.
Oh, nice.
No, I don't. Not
5% is pretty big.
I only got about like 30 million. That
one. Which one?
But I like to get to about 5+ each one, and just let it sit. If I find that they stay at a certain point long enough, I might go to 10 between like two wallets and just accumulate, because they're under 10K, and then like it's been a couple $100 to get there. It's like nothing to do. I mean, earn at one point was at 50K for almost a month.
Right.
Long. Yeah. And I see it as the same thing, because all it takes is if earn blows up, which I think is inevitable, then there's going to be an association event between all the Flameling tokens. And one of them is going to rocket just because they're connected all together. And I have no idea which one it's going to be. So that's why I try to get at least 50 to 100 million of each one. And that's what I do.
Yeah, that's a good play. I try to get at least 10 million of each coin that comes out.
I'm trying under 10K most of the time. Like I said, I haven't been successful with 177. I just delayed. But I think with this shakeout strategy we're going to try with the liquidity, that might help. Like community members get in and get those snipers out. Should be a good idea to see how that plays out. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised when earn gets back to $10 million market cap that we're looking at Flamelings at a couple 100K. I mean, and then you're looking at a Flameling right now that's what, 5?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a hell of a lot. Increase. 20.
What about you, Goldwyn? What's your number one holding in Flamelings?
222. 222. Yeah, but that's because I caught that dip, and I really didn't even realize. I just kept hitting buy.
It's not working.
No, it did. No, I knew that I was buying, but I didn't realize when I went back and looked, like one of the buys, I bought 25 million for less than a tenth of a BNB.
Jesus Christ.
So I don't know, because soon as when I saw it plummet, I just hit buy, and then it said, what's that?
You paid a lot less than I did.
Yeah. So I know that I got 2 or 3 buys, and actually I don't even think they were a full tenth of a BNB, because that was too broad. It was making the percentage too high. So I had to lower it. I think that I bought 25 million for like 0.08. So and then I just kept buying, and then I realized I had a lot.
Too, because I've currently an issue with my computer, so just sometimes random decreases. And I was about to buy a 10K, and right the moment I wanted to press the button, it just froze.
Oh no!
Damn! So it did restart, and when I pulled up the chart again, it was like a 2 or 3K.
Yeah.
I could like buy it. It's like the tutor saved me.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was right that moment.
yeah, most of my buys were around like 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
I'm getting like a fraction of what I'm paying for this thing.
So yeah, that's, and then I think it's not our coin because again, 237. I don't have very much at all of 237. So
Yeah.
I've been waiting.
That's
I did catch it.
177 I have a lot of.
Yeah, 177. I have. That's my second biggest token. Is 177.
You can do something with 237 and 222 with this fight coming up.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is it's gonna be 100 grand buy-in. So you're gonna send whichever one you're voting on. So if it's 222 has Tyson and 237 has Logan Paul. So if you think Logan Paul is going to win, and it's going to be great because, like, let's say everybody picks Tyson, right? And there's 30 people that pick Tyson, and there's only 3 that pick Logan Paul. I'm going to throw in 100 grand on Logan Paul just because I'm like, if he does win, I'm chopping 3 million with 3 people, you know. So I think it's gonna.
Maximum, or is it just that this only one you can do it? You guys have a max.
What's that? Well, it's just gonna be you're gonna get 1 vote. Well, I mean, you can do 2. I mean, you could put 100 grand in both, I guess.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it, you know, or I mean, you could also use multiple wallets. Each wallet can only do 100 grand. Well, they could do 2 votes. I don't care if you vote for both of them. I mean, it's all in the fun and games, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Someone pitch you like 50 million. You're like, that's like
No. I mean, I guess if they had 50 wallets, no. No.
Because I certainly didn't get knocked out.
Yeah. So and then what it'll just be is whoever wins. So like let's say Tyson wins, they will just chop all of the money. So if there's $1 million, then it just goes to the 5 people that pick Tyson or whatever, for example. So
We'll get the details worked out. We just thought of it today.
but what you'll do is you'll get both tokens, right? So whoever wins will get some of both tokens.
What do you guys think? So who thinks it'll win, Tyson or Jake?
I think Tyson's going to win.
I mean, like I bet on Jake Paul, but I don't know. I'm going to go with Jake Paul. I really, if I'm putting money down, I got to go with Jake Paul. I mean, he's 27. Listen, don't get me wrong. Tyson's a damn beast. And still looking at his training videos.
Yeah, I saw the videos.
Sick watching that man.
One right hook. Boom.
That's well, you know.
They got the same tattoo. It just must twitch extra, like in Tyson.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna punch this guy.
Yeah.
I don't fucking tattoo.
Punch the tattoo off.
Yeah.
Punch the right out of you.
Yeah, so like I think that Tyson's Tyson, right? But I mean Jake Paul's 27 years old or 28 years old. Tyson's 57.
Yeah, I got a 12-year-old. Do you think he can beat me up? I don't think so. Age is just a number.
Yeah, I know they keep talking about his age, but I'm like, some athletes that are pretty hardcore at 57, 50, 60 years old. It's not that old.
No, it's
Yeah, that's true. And watching his videos, right? Like, I mean, watching when he was preparing for who did he fight? Who did he just exhibition against? Ray somebody. Dude, those were impressive. So his training videos were impressive.
I think so. Here's the deal. It could be staged where they both lose, kind of like the Mayfield fights. Those are kind of staged where he always wins or walks away.
Why do you think those are staged?
Bro.
You think those are staged?
Yes, they're yes, even how they're made, they're paid out. Like Mayfield gets 80% of
I don't think his name is Mayfield.
Yeah, what's his name? Mayfield?
That's not Mayfield. That's like
Floyd Mayweather.
Merriweather. Drink some more. Drink some more.
I don't know. Whatever that boxer guy is, I don't know.
I have heard that Tyson doesn't have money, and I wonder if that's
Oh yeah, I've heard that too.
Well, I mean, lost all his money originally to Don King. Don King stole all his money back in the day.
Stole his keys, his seed phrase.
Yeah, he stole his seed phrase. But I don't know if it's for money. I wouldn't think that, because Tyson had transcended that, right, when he was on Rogan and said that he didn't like being that guy anymore because training brought in the brought in the demons.
I heard
Yeah.
his peak was worth 90 million. His peak. Yeah,
His
not
what?
at his highest net worth was 90 million.
Yeah.
Well, and doesn't he
Not
he owns
surprised.
a bunch of pot dispensaries too.
Does he?
Yeah, he has his own
Tyson
marijuana
weed?
line. Yeah, basically, I don't know if it's Tyson weed, but he owns his own dispensaries, dispensaries.
Yeah, George
That's
Foreman's the other boxer, but he has a grill.
Did you know that grill was offered to Hulk Hogan
I
first?
did hear that.
Yeah, and he
Sounds right. Hogan grill. I don't like that.
right, because it's Foreman, right? But it was like
Foreman grill, Hogan. No, I don't think Hogan grill.
I think something he was headed out on vacation or something, so he said no or whatever. He delayed it, and so they gave it to Foreman. When he came back, he did like the Hulk tornado blender or something. It was pretty funny. It went nowhere.
Yeah,
But
I did hear that.
hey, did you guys get your March Madness slots? Are you familiar with that promotion that
No, no.
the Creative's doing? So yeah, Creative and Wookie we tagged along. We dropped on their coattails and but so they were doing a March Madness pick that if you buy one B&B of 177, 21, 222, or 237, you get entered into that bracket. So each flameling, yeah, so each flameling will have 16. What's that?
The collective or just all together, like one buy?
So it would be 0.1 of each.
Oh,
So if you did,
I've probably done that actually.
yeah, well, it had to be the 16th through the 19th. So specific time frames. So you still have, yeah, you got 26 hours.
I'm going to do it
Yeah,
right
but-
now. I'm going to buy some.
Yeah. But if you bought at least 0.1 B&B, you'll get a random team. So I don't know what he's going to do if we don't hit the 64 buys.
What number?
Maybe he'll just fill in. Which numbers? You need 177, 21, 222, and 237.
I'm going to buy some right now.
Yeah. But so what he's doing is it's each flameling will have a bracket, be 16 random wallets, and then throughout the they'll just filter through, and then the winner is getting $200, I think, B&B out of 177's fire pit.
Yeah, that's how I recall it too.
So you could have up to 4 teams per wallet if you buy 0.1 B&B per flameling. It's kind of confusing because there's different flamelings. So
I still haven't got my B&B yet.
user error.
When did I place that order? Like an hour ago? I still haven't got it.
I forget which one it is. I think it's 187. The one that I got from Elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm.
If I launch that one, I'm going to launch that token, and I'm going to say
Yeah,
it's like
do it tomorrow.
177, aka Lips. If I do, that's going to be the first one that I do.
Is he trying to get his?
No, I bought that one off of them.
The Lips.
Yeah, my son even now calls it that when he sees
Yeah.
it. Like he looks at all the flamelings on that OpenSea, and then he's like, "Flameling, mommy, that."
That's what my son was coming in to say that he was going to bed, and he's like, I've seen that guy on TikTok. Who is that? Talking about you. I said, well, why don't you come ask him? He's like, I'm not coming on camera. Are you crazy?
Uh,
So are you TikTok famous to a 15-year-old boy?
guess so.
TikTok is like a big space that I haven't been to yet. Sometimes we get on TikTok like spirals. We're just like looking for videos, and they're just so they draw you in. You know,
Yeah.
it's like there's this one where they're like making fun of like UPS, FedEx, Amazon, where they're talking about how the different way they deliver mail, and they got the ones that just toss the
Chuck it.
packages, the ones that are just throwing it at the door, or the ones that are very particular about placing.
Yeah, Amazon is like putting everything nice.
Nice.
And FedEx is like trying to put it in the tree.
Tree, yeah. And UPS is just like chucking it, you know, from all the way from the truck.
Oh, they like punt it like a football player.
They're like, oh, I wonder if that's
man.
true. They are on the bell. But that was pretty funny.
Well, guys, we appreciate you guys coming on. Did we talk about everything? I wrote down some stuff today. Let me see.
Yeah, the Flaming launch coming up in a few days. That's pretty big.
When is that? Thursday?
Thursday? Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was gonna say again, for those watching the video, just we did have a distant dip. I think like 20, 25 million in the last day was like off the chart. So just take it as a point to DCA.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who waited for that moment.
Yeah.
They didn't want to buy,
Mhm.
10, 5, 2. They
Yeah.
were really waiting until it drops down. So it's
Yeah.
an opportunity to those people.
Yeah, I wouldn't I personally, this is me, I wouldn't worry about the price. I would think about DCA on a timeline. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're looking for it to go below 1, or you say you're gonna put it at 2, or you like confirmation at 10, I mean, then you're kind of juggling for the price. There are so many people that they don't want to sell their Bitcoin until it went to 100K last cycle. Well, they all got wrecked. And there's so many people that were certain Bitcoin was going down to 12K, then they were gonna buy. I mean, there's a Crypto Capone still making posts on X saying it's gonna go to 12K. Good luck with that.
Right.
So like, if you're trying to gauge it off of a price, you might miss it. So that's why I say
What-
with DCA based off time versus price.
Well, the whole Ethereum's back up to 37.37.
Yeah. Got a couple nice buys come in. When are you going to do the next buy competition?
We should hold one. Maybe we can see.
Yeah, no, it'd be a good time.
It'd be nice. I would've got
Yeah,
that.
big time would
For that.
big
think
time
we're-
would come back in.
Yeah. It would get time to There you
Uh,
go. Actually, it's tomorrow or Wednesday. Put one together, so it runs through Layla's launch.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be good.
Listen, I feel like because we watch the ETH side and we know the wallets that are dumping. Whoever watches BNB side probably hates me because all I do is I take my ETH and I dump it on BNB and then I circle back and I buy on ETH.
Like I told you, go when somebody has to do it. At one point, what was the price? More than double.
It was. In the last this week I've made 500,000 earn just by moving it and selling it.
500,000, $500,000 by just buying on one chain and swapping it over to another.
Arbitraging it, yeah.
Because remember, the contracts are all pushing the price on BNB up, while the price is different. Because most people don't. The people on ETH, they don't check BNB.
Yeah.
They're not sending it, so they're just dumping on ETH. So there's a price difference. And
Yeah,
so you can
huge.
go and find you can make some money if you just pay attention to the price difference, buying it here, sending it here, and just do it and balancing it out. And yeah, you can make a lot of money doing that. Because some people, like, I don't know why, but whatever. I mean, 211C could have moved tokens over and sold them on the BNB side instead of just dumping everything on ETH.
Yeah.
So he created opportunity. So
I appreciate it because I'm trying to catch AG on the token list there.
Yeah,
I will.
But if you get it down, it's pretty slick.
Yeah, Solana's rough.
Focus on it that much because I think as the community gets bigger and bigger, there'd be more people taking advantage of it. Just the money.
I think there would be more people that'll have stuff on both, so it would be easier to just balance out. Because before I was sending over, you know, I would send over like 50,000, and then I would arbitrage it down and send it back. And then the last time I'm just like I sent like 1 million, so I just sent 1 million to B and just left it there because it was
there,
right.
yeah. And then just balance between the two back and
Yep.
forth. Yeah.
So now it's just there, and then I already have Ethereum, so I just do the math and be like, oh, it'd be this, and I just buy it. So I sell it and buy it.
Way to do it, yeah. Same thing with Solana. And then we get on base, possibly Arbitron, Avalanche. You can see the exact same things.
Yeah. Yeah. Solana was kind of rough because that liquidity is thin. So I think I moved 100 grand over, and it only took me like 15,000 to lower the price. So that one didn't work out too well for me. But the B&B side's been good.
It's opportunity. I mean, especially
Yeah.
when buying come in on one side, it's always going to be a little bit pricey. I mean,
Yep.
it's not the same thing, but it's like maybe if myself sold $1 billion of Bitcoin Coinbase, it's going to be a price.
What I've noticed too is people must watch the B&B price too, because when I do that, and I drop the price pretty significantly, people will buy back relatively quickly on
Yeah.
B&B side. So they've been waiting for a price on B&B or whatnot,
Yeah.
and then I just sell it again.
People that won't buy on Solana, that only buy on B&B.
Yeah.
And
Can
it's different. You can adjust it.
Can you bridge B&B to Solana, or does it got to go back to?
You can go directly to Solana.
So you can go from B&B straight to Solana.
Yep.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
you can figure that way to go from B&B to Solana, or B&B to ETH, or ETH is going to go straight B&B to Solana. You have to go for ETH. So if you're paying attention to it, and there's a big spike on Solana, which might be a Solana high, or also too, the price will change based off of the Solana token changing. And so what you're going to see sometimes, it has nothing to do with buying. It's just that if the price of Solana goes up dramatically, then you'll have an arbitrage opportunity on the Solana side, not because people are buying the token, just because the damn price of Solana is going up a lot. And so that's the game we've created, where we want to make movement indefinitely, because BNB, ETH, Solana are all these paired tokens to earn, and BNB, Earn, and Solana move at different paces.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so if they move at different paces, it means there's always going to be some arbitrage opportunity, unless ETH, BNB, and Solana stop going up. They just stop. I don't see them stopping, and I don't see them running together either.
Yeah, they won't run together. So even if they go up or down, it still makes that.
Still going to exist, yeah. So if ETH crashes hard, then there's an opportunity between the two, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Which means there's always movement you can create with those tokens moving. And as we expand to different blockchains, and there's more tokens earned is attached to, there's just, as those tokens move, irrelevant to those buys and sells, the tokens attached to is moving, then you have arbitrage opportunities going to exist. And so that's why I said before that as we expand out, I don't see Earn stopping unless everything with attached Earn to stops.
Yeah, because if something does happen to like the Solana ecosystem, I mean, that's who cares? You just cut that leg off, right? Like,
That's right.
I mean, I'm not trying to kill
Yeah.
Solana, but I mean, as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, then you have BNB, possibly Avalanche. I mean, Avalanche is dramatically, I mean, we're not attached to it yet. But if we were, there would have been a huge arbitrage opportunity with Earn Avalanche, because Avalanche is up a dramatic amount compared to ETH right now. And so if we had an Avalanche Earn pairing, then there would have been a lot of money to be made moving Earn from ETH to Avalanche chain, because Avalanche is what 20-some%, 30%. Yeah, it's wild. And so that's how it works, and as they move around, there's this opportunity to move back around, which is movement on the blockchain. You're moving your tokens from ETH to Avalanche, burning, reflecting to take advantage of price. So, and that's just, as we expand to different blockchains, it's going to happen all the time, unless the tokens we attach to stop moving, which I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I'm excited about this the COA partnership. I think that's huge.
I saw
Like,
some additional partnerships, projects they collaborated with, official announcements, and he's put in the work.
Yeah.
So you see that he's making connections, and if you look those announcements, and the announcements it says earn
Yeah.
deal
Yeah.
at all of them.
yeah,
And that's like exposure to each of these communities.
Yeah.
Which is really good.
Super
and
cool.
that was like the big thing. Like when he came, like we were just four. I think we had 5 people on that call. We're just 5 random ass people that be like, "Hey, can you come talk to us?" He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
Right.
it's really cool. Yeah.
And so he gave up 2 hours of his life just to talk to us. I mean, we did come up with some cash the night before to get some stuff from him. So that sounds bad. We came up with some cash for another user in the ecosystem.
It's something that I think is going to take a minute to come to fruition, but
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be an overnight thing. I wouldn't want it to be anyway. You know,
Well,
long term. I want it to be done right, and so it looks like everything he's doing is to make this thing like become this massive thing.
well,
Makes Earn touch a lot of different communities.
and I think the big thing is he's not trying to blow smoke up your ass either. Like he's like, no, this is a 10, 20, 30-year project. He's like, this isn't overnight. He's like, so if you're looking for overnight, then don't come. Right? He's like, we're building partnerships for life. So that was the cool thing that I thought, listening to him
No, it's
him
cool
chit
working
chat.
with people like that, especially on the DMV side. Pretty cool. I mean, that Ultima, these other collaborations are working on all different projects, so they have their token attached to ours.
Yeah.
I mean, the Shield Tank idea that we have, putting that all together. I mean, additional chains that we're working on extending liquidity to. I mean, it's actually sometimes, I mean, I would say it's laughable, but it is interesting when you see individuals sell off so much when I assume what's happening is they're not doing the research into what's happening with Earn and what its outlook could be. But I know there's a lot of fancy, flashy things out there, like especially with Solana right now. Solana is so hyped right now, it's ridiculous. We saw a coin the other day that was posted in a group, and I'm like, seriously?
Oh, yeah.
This is what's being promoted? I can't even say it on stream. This is ridiculous.
I couldn't even buy it because it's
Well, you know what's crazy to me? I'm looking on Dex Screener on all these stupid coins, and they have so much volume. Like
I know it's crazy, right?
Insane kind of volume.
millions. Like millions.
Yeah, millions, tens of millions. And then you see that it's bleeding out at the east side until these call them cryptocurrencies that there are. I'm like, really? They're even copying some things that I'm like, you are going to get copied. Yeah, they don't do that. But yeah, that's the market. The hype is really there.
Do you think we could make a coin that just says "Do not buy this"? Do you think it'll go up?
We thought about making one coin called Sell It.
Yeah, we
Sell it.
we were thinking if we could like have like a sell bot instead of a buy bot.
No, I want to make a cryptocurrency called Sell It and make the liquidity pool earn sell.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
That should be the meme coin. That should be the meme coin we made. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Seller. Launching with Earn Seller. That'd be funny.
All right, guys, it's getting late. I think we're going to call it a night. I appreciate you coming on the show tonight and talking to us.
No, thanks.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Listen,
Yeah.
anytime you guys want to chit chat. That was
Yeah.
something that I wanted to touch on. What Nadina said, I think it was literally either the day of the COA ADA announcement or the day after we had a big sell off. And she's like, "Did you guys not read the effing announcement? Like, what? Who does that?" Like, it was so funny. I read that thing and I just laughed so hard. I'm like, that's exactly how I felt. Like what you wrote, Nadita, on wherever, I don't even know which group it was. I was just all like, geez, like she pulled that out of my brain. Like I thought that exact same thing.
I think there was a sell-off right after I posted the $5,000 receipt for CoinMarketCap.
Yeah.
Yeah, like stuff like that. It's
I'm
just
like, I just spent $5,000 on CoinMarketCap. You guys still know.
Yeah, that's how I felt when we did our first AMA with you guys. People were selling during the AMA. I'm like, why? Why?
Not part of
Yeah, it
right,
worked out good though.
because
So.
they get rotated out.
yeah.
You know, that's just rotated out.
I mean, the individuals that sold the last 24 hours, I'm glad they're moving out because
Well.
apparently, they're not happy with what they're doing. So
Listen, hey, that would be ironic if that person that is still in, or I'm assuming they might be or might not be making their own token was the first shell tank participant.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it does well. I mean, that's what I said in the launch.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah.
we're gonna observe it with a lot of it happening.
Yeah, I mean, innovation-ish is cool. You know, I mean, we've been at this building for a little while, and so I want to see people, that are trying to build something. I have a lot of friends that are developers, and other fan builders. I mean, like Nico, I like him. He has his project Meg, and Bluesy has Funk, and I mean, people out there building stuff, which is cool. I don't want them to fail at what they're doing, but sometimes you can just see that it may or may not work. Give it a shot, see how it plays out.
That's the American dream.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Cool. Well, thanks, guys. We appreciate you coming on. We appreciate your patience waiting before we brought y'all up. You guys were there for a few minutes.
No, all good, all good. You had a few beers. Nice chatting with you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys later.
Take care. Night.
Bye.